even when I'm like the only series I feel like MJ struggled in was the Seattle jump. Like I watched a lot. Like people don't even bring up that shit as much as they really should. Like MJ struggled a lot in that series against Supersonics. But in the games we needed the most was Game 6 and Game 5. That's when he elevated this game because he knew he had to play better than he was playing. Tatum next step is to do that. It's like, okay, I'm playing subpar, I'm playing mediocre, we're winning, but I got to step my game up to solidify myself, to set myself above everybody else as being the best player on the team. And this Celtics team is really loaded, so he's been carrying them thus far before they got to this point. So now I feel like, you know what, I ain't got to do as much because the players on my team are just better than what I've been playing with.
All right, so are you ready? You ready for my stat real quick? Since you brought that up,
go ahead. 2-5.
It ties right into my stat. So Jason Tatum has played 8 finals games in his career. Small sample size.
Yeah.
But 8 games. You know, in those 8 games combined, he has shot 35% from the floor, which is the worst percentage of anybody since 1979, 1980 that has had at least 150 shot attempts in the finals.
Great stat.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he got to score 40. You know what I'm saying? But can you shoot more than 35%?
I feel you. So are you saying that this finals appearance is the final say in whose team it really is? We don't have a team leader.
No, the team is too stacked to even have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jason Tatum's team for for better or worse. You know what I mean? Until proven otherwise. Now Jaylen Brown comes out and win Finals MVP, coming off of the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Again, we ramp up the conversation again about who's better or whatever.
And that goes back to my narrative I told y'all about. What if they don't bring Jason Tatum back?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying.
So trash, bro. We are going to suck.
If you have solidified yourself, and say I Jaylen Brown, and solidify myself as the best player on this team, you have a guy who just got to the team now, Drew Holiday, agreeing with the opposite coach, saying he may not be wrong. What does that tell you? That tells me, okay, a guy who just got here believes that Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum. So why would I then again pay him more than Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown doesn't have Tatum's skill set.
I dare the Celtics to fall for that trap. Drew Holiday has no investment in Boston.
That's the problem, though, is that I think Jaylen Brown doesn't have Jason Tatum's skill set. That's the problem.
He doesn't, but like we said before, skill set ain't nothing if you're not matching it with the heart and the smarts. KD is a super talented dude, but when it comes down to it, we keep seeing bad results because he don't know how to elevate anybody around him either. All he can do is just pick up the ball and score. That's it. He's literally like George Gervin, T-Mac. Like these guys, all they did was score. They didn't elevate anybody. So Tatum may be the same way. He may just be a guy that just can score. He may be a better Robin. He may be in that better Robin role than actually being the guy. Because we've seen Jaylen Brown grow each season. Now I don't agree. I don't think that Jaylen Brown's better, but if you look at it from what it seems like that Jaylen Brown's getting better, and Tatum just kind of staying at that plateau.
Okay.
I don't know, bro.
What say you, Residente?
I just don't.
All right, hold on, Residente. Hold on. All right, what you think about that, Cups, as the resident Celtic guy?
Dakota Mike already said that he feels like Jason Tatum is a better player. So
yeah, he is.
I think he is. As far as that goes, I mean, I don't think we have to dig into that. Like just like Red said, just like AD said, you know what I'm saying? AD said they're not equals. Red said the gap isn't that wide. That's saying the same thing to me. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? So
but is it kind of like a Warrior situation? Is it kind of like a Warrior situation where Steph is obviously hands down the best player on that team, but they can't do a lot of what they did without Draymond?
We can't do a lot of what we're doing right. Well, I mean, we did it in the playoffs without KP, but I just feel like he just makes us a different team. But at the same time,
definitely.
that nigga makes us a different team, bro.
But
Like
point home, you said that shit at the beginning of the season. No,
I was like, bro, he just makes us a
he make your
completely
different
different basketball
team.
club.
And
Well,
But
but it's not just him. It's Drew Holiday too.
true.
no, because I was about to say, because look, I've been saying we need a point guard. I've been
Uh-huh.
saying that too. We need a point guard because the reason why we was falling to the
Marcus Smart.
motherfucking Heat
Yeah.
was because we always had Tatum or Brown bringing the fucking ball up the court, and they don't know how to facilitate for real. You
Yes,
know what I'm
yes,
saying? So it's like we
yeah.
already know what's gonna happen with the half court defense. All right, we go clog up Tatum at the key, make him make a play. We're gonna give it to Brown. We're gonna make him go left. And then we really ain't got nobody else to kick the rock to because Robert Williams is street clothes and Marcus Smart, he might hit a game winner for you. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
like he's a scrappy dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh-huh.
Marcus Smart was just like a scrappy defender. You know what I'm saying? So,
Six
but
man, if
but
you
Drew Holiday, because we even had the formula with Malcolm Brogdon because I think he was six man of the year
will.
He
when he
He
was
was.
was.
there. You
He
know what I'm
was.
saying? So we just needed good point guard play. But then again, Tatum got hurt and he only put up 14 points in a game 7. So it's like we had the formula, but our stars didn't show up. Now our stars are showing up and our role players are doing what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to liken it to Caleb Martin and Vincent. What's her name?
You
Gabe
talking about
Vincent. I don't want
Gabe
to liken
Vincent
it
and
to
Max
them
Struess? Yeah.
because that shit really didn't pop off until like the playoffs. Like Derek White been balling since he got there. Drew Holiday been balling since he got there. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the Tatum and Brown jump, I feel like we definitely have the best roster top to bottom that we've had since we've had our two stars.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the support is there, and we really one of the teams that don't, you know what I'm saying, get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, god dang, the attrition is always on our side. So the support is there, and when the support is there, everything is clicking. We can still see who's the. I feel like we can still see who the better player on the floor is.
Can y'all
You
hear
know
me
what I'm
now?
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Perfect, perfect,
Word.
bro.
Word. So,
So, yeah, go ahead.
no, were you done with your point? I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you good. I was just saying that when everything is clicking, when the team is doing what it's supposed to do, we can still see throughout the course of the season who the better player was and who the more productive player was this season.
I think we need to shift the conversation because people keep trying to have one conversation with me when I'm trying to have another conversation with them. It's not about who's a better player. It's about who's playing better. One person is playing markedly better than the other player.
Uh-huh.
And we can talk about circumstances. We can talk about context. I'll give you an example. People love Kobe Bryant, yes?
Yes.
Love Kobe. Love Kobe, right? Was Kobe Bryant able to be Kobe Bryant because he had Shaquille O'Neal on the team? Is that a factor? Is that a truth?
Yes.
That's a truth,
At
right?
point in his career, yeah, I said that.
Right. In the early stages of his career, he was able to become the person he was because he had that guy over there who was taking double and sometimes triple teams in the middle of the hole.
Yeah,
Right.
So Kobe was able to get his numbers. But Shaq being Shaq still got his numbers. Even in a bad series, Shaq still got his numbers because Shaq was Shaq. Shaq found a way. All right? Let's move it off of Shaq. Kyrie Irving's a really good player, right? We all think Kyrie Irving's a really good player, right?
Yes.
All right. Kyrie Irving was able to average, what, 27 in that series against Golden State when LeBron averaged 30 something?
Yep.
Was LeBron James the focal point of that team?
Yes.
yeah.
Did he attract double teams and sometimes triple teams?
Yes.
Did he still have to get his numbers?
Yes.
Did he still perform at a number one level when called on to ask? Just to go back to your point, 2-5. Yes.
Yes.
So if you're going to tell me that Jason Tatum is a top 5 player, if we're just talking potential, yes. But is he playing right now in this series like a top 5 player, even with the context?
No.
No, no.
No,
I don't think this is a tough discussion. I don't think like I don't think like I think that in an effort to like I think two things can be true at one time, right? I think that Jason Tatum can be a better talent than Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown could just be outplaying him in this series. And that just happens to be the fact. And you can even say, well, Jason Tatum's playing really well on defense. Guess who Jalen Brown's main assignment is?
Luka,
Luca.
Hmm.
And when he's not guarding Luca, who's he guarding?
Kyrie.
He's been messing around
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Uh-huh.
He's guarding the two best players on every single possession of the game.
I think that the
So,
problem, not necessarily somebody saying anything different than the conversation you're bringing up. I think it's the fact that they've already had that battle before. It's already been a talk. Do we go with Jalen Brown or do we go with Tatum? That's why I
yeah.
get feed into what we talking about right now. Nobody agreeing with you saying that Brown is not playing better. It goes back to to Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster. It's
Mm-hmm.
like Juju benefited. This nigga Juju thought he really was that nigga until he had to be that nigga all the time. Not that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not double team. When you got to be that nigga every single day, that's the difference. And
No, you're absolutely right.
he could do that. I think he could do it somewhere, but he definitely benefits from playing with Jason Tatum, and I think vice versa.
No,
But I
I
think you're
think I
absolutely.
think the problem is
he's
people have their
like
preconceived
close.
notions, and they just don't want to change as the
Yeah.
evidence changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Absolutely. Which is the issue with most sports discussions, honestly. Like most debates these days is people like, I'm on this side and I'm gonna tell you why this side is right, regardless of the new information that's introduced. Jason Tatum is an extremely good talent. Jason Tatum is 6'10". Now I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning of this series and the thing I've critiqued him on for most of his career. He is 6'10". He can get to the basket anytime he wants to, but he refuses to do that and just takes these crazy 3-point shots. When Jason Tatum is operating at his premium skill set, he's driving the ball, he's getting to the bucket, he's either doing a layup or kicking the ball out for an open shot. That is prime Jason Tatum. You're not stopping him. You're just not stopping him going to the bucket.
Right.
You're either going to foul him or he's going to create a shot. Even when he misses layups, I'd rather him miss a layup than to hold a ball until there's 3 seconds left on the clock and shoot a turnaround three.
Oh, that shit is crazy. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not smart basketball.
I don't think
And
that's a fair, I don't think it's an unfair critique.
So do you
That's
think so do you think that's a let me ask it this way. Do you think that's a Jason Tatum thing, or do you think that's a culture of what basketball is now thing?
I think Jason Tatum has idolized Kobe, who idolized Michael. But the parts that Jason Tatum idolized about Kobe was his ability to make tough shots. And so he says, well, I'm going to try to make all the hard shots that I saw Kobe make. And you cannot build a legacy on that. You can't win when it like you can't win. You have to find the easy shots and take them. And
Yeah,
he's done a much better job in this series of finding the easier shots. He's just not making shots.
Right, right.
big facts. That's
So
one
is
thing I
it
always
time for
say. It's like when the jumper wasn't falling, he going to the line.
Go to
He gonna figure out to get to the line.
how many assists he's averaging with 9 10 assists a game in the series?
something like
Yeah.
that? He had 12 last
Well,
night.
Like that's an sign that he's like his game is shifted because he wouldn't have done that in the regular season.
yeah.
Am I
He was
wrong?
all, no, you're right. He was all around that.
No,
I
you're
used to
not
bet.
wrong.
He'd be around five assist area, 5 or 6 assist area a game for the
So
most
that's
part.
that's a 4 to 5. So that's a 4 or 5 or 6 assist increase from the regular season to the playoffs. What does that
Yeah.
tell you?
So how can I get Dallas to the point that Luca right now is the only dude that has hit more than one 3-pointer in this series for them?
Mm,
How can
great
I
stat.
get the other Mavericks to hit 3-pointers?
They need to stop taking 3-pointers.
That's it right there. Stop.
How they gonna
Like
keep up?
Kyrie hasn't even hit one.
Stop.
No,
If you're not making
they
them,
need to. They're not making. They need to stop taking them.
yeah, they need to.
They
But
they, they
I think the problem is Boston takes so many.
no, because in that last game, Boston shot terribly from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Who
Well, I
when?
mean Dallas did miss 8 free throws and lost by 7.
Yeah,
Crazy. But again, like you just said, that's the culture of the NBA. That's the style of the NBA now. It's like you said you said it a minute ago. These teams don't have their own identity. They do the same exact thing that every team does. When it don't work, they lose. And it's like, okay, we went out and shot threes. No, we're not making threes. That makes no sense. That's like us, critiquing Karl Anthony Towns. And what Karl Anthony Towns, he was over 8. And that very next game, he went to the hole a bunch of times. and was successful. Got to the line and he was scoring. So a lot of times these guys have to adjust their game and within the game instead of just relying on what they've been doing the whole time.
Yeah,
for sure. So
Yeah.
what is when's our next game?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So
yeah.
what are the key based on these two games? Because again, we said we weren't going to try to be pessimistic right before pregame. We weren't going to try to be pessimistic about the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? It's just game one. We've
It's
seen
over.
swings. You know what I'm saying? But then game two happened.
There's
You
your
know what I'm saying?
pessimism. It's over.
Yeah,
I
I
said,
mean,
sweep.
I don't. And I think.
I didn't say all that. I didn't say all that.
I think.
I did.
I think Dallas wins game 3, and what happens in game 4 is going to be really important. I think Dallas wins game 3.
I agree.
Me personally, I don't think Dallas have enough scoring. I said this since the beginning of the series when y'all thought I was gonna pick the Mavericks. I felt like they just don't have enough scoring. Again, you said it before. PJ Washington had to score over 20 points a game. Kyrie has
and
not
he's
gave you
taking
anything
three.
yet.
Oh, you know what's crazy about that? PJ Washington is Dallas' second leading scorer in this series so far.
Which is crazy.
And he's only shooting 12.5% from three.
That's it. So you got Exum, Hardy. To me, out of all three of those guys, Exum, Hardy, and Josh Green, Hardy's the best scorer. He needs the most minutes. You have to put in Tim Hardaway Jr., which they haven't done. So again, if they continue to do the same shit they're doing, they're going to lose again.
Jason Kidd needs to do more coaching and less mind games.
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to really make
Wow.
some hardcore. I feel like they got to go small. I'm going small, straight up. I might put PJ at the and I'm just we're gonna make sure that certain guys are just not gonna get the ball. I'm gonna double whoever I feel like on the perimeter. I might play boxing one, literally. I might picking up full court. We're gonna change everything we've been doing. We're gonna try to frustrate them or go zone the whole game. You got to figure out what works. That's one thing I love about Spoelstra. He's not afraid to make a decision and change things up. Insert somebody you haven't seen before.
Man, because
I would start Hardy and I'll have him and Luka in the bench. I'm putting Kyrie on the bench.
Yeah, I would bench Dirk Jones.
I bench Derrick Jones too. Seriously, because he's not giving you not that much defense. He's an offensive liability.
But the good news is, as Shaq would say, you need the others to show up at home.
You need the others to show up.
Yeah, so now that they're going home, maybe some of that's the part where you feel good. Like we're back home. PJ shots will fall more. Dirk Jones will be more pushed by the crowd or whatever you want to call it. Like Kyrie's not in Boston. So maybe the game slows down for him a little bit.
I'll say this.
Jones is not letting up.
I'll say this. 8, the number 8, right?
Okay.
Luka had 8 turnovers in that game of the night. 8.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of times we give Luka credit for stuff because it looks really nice when he does it, but when he does it and it doesn't work out, we don't give him the criticism for it, and I don't like that with anybody. There was a play that he made last night where he threw he wasn't looking at the play, he just threw the ball and the player just happened to be there, and Doris Burke was like, "See, that's the genius of Luka. He made that play and nobody was even there." But then you also have to look at the fact that about 3 other times in the game, he tried that exact same pass, and it was a turnover.
Brett Favre syndrome.
And it's really interesting. So I'm looking at back at game 1. Game 1, he only had 4 turnovers. So game 1, he had 4 turnovers. Game 2, he had 8 turnovers. Game 1 was a blowout. It got close down to stretch a little bit, but not much. Game 2 was a much closer game. Those 8 turnovers are the difference between a win and a loss.
Yeah, now people are starting the should he get Finals MVP votes conversation.
Which is crazy because he had 8 turnovers in a game that they lost by 5.
Lose that shit, man. You don't deserve shit. You lost. Go home.
Now the only time I've ever watched a series and said, "Yo, it's the other guy," was when Cleveland against Golden State when everybody died, and it was LeBron and J.R. Smith and Matthew Dellavedova, Iman Shumpert, and LeBron averaged. What did he average? 40 in that series? Did he average?
I think it was like 38. Yeah.
But he had a 38-point triple
Yeah,
double for the
it led
entire series.
everybody in every
It
category.
led everybody in every category. That's the only series I've ever watched. Was like, no, the other guy does. Like,
That
he
was
lost.
the Mozgov series, wasn't it?
That was the Iggy series.
Yeah.
That's what he
Yeah.
gave to Iggy. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever thought that. I do not think that about Luka. I don't see that kind of supermanish effort. Now, even though Luka is playing his behind off, but I also
Right.
think that Luka isn't getting his teammates very involved.
No, he's not. And that's kind of like, remember when the playoffs started, I think I had shared an article where they were talking about how Luca doesn't get his teammates involved. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody looks at the numbers and they're like, yo, he's averaging 9 assists. And it was kind of the same thing that I said about Russell Westbrook, where like, yeah, they're averaging these assists because there's so many possessions during the NBA game.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? So it's not as if Luca is, because I mean, if this is the case, like there's no reason Kyrie should be averaging 14 points in this series, shooting 35%.
Kyrie's
You know,
shooting terribly.
hasn't hit a three yet. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna sit up here and talk about how Luca is Magic Johnson light or something like that.
Yeah, no. Kyrie's shooting terribly. He's shooting really badly. Um, and I can't figure out why. Well, I one thing you can say is there's two people
Derek
guarding him primarily. One is Drew Holiday,
Yep.
and Drew is no game.
Right.
no game.
Drew is no game. Captain Drew.
Right.
That's what we call him.
Stupid does Milwaukee look? They traded that man away for nothing. Acting
Yep.
like he was something wrong with his game to get Dame Lillard, who for one is not he's not a smart basketball player. Another player who can score. All that shit look cute when you playing and you shooting threes and shit. For
Mike P, you getting fuzzy, Mike P. You getting fuzzy, Mike
I
P.
thought it was me.
To continue to show how stupid they are, they hired Darvin Ham today.
That's an assistant
Who?
coach.
Milwaukee as an assistant
Milwaukee.
coach.
Yeah. Milwaukee.
Oh, y'all seen Hurley turn down the
I
70
actually like that.
M's.
Yeah.
You like the Darvin Ham?
You know why?
Is that what you were saying?
Can you hear me?
Why is that?
Why is that, Dakota Mike?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Why you like it?
I feel like Darvin Ham defensively. You have to remember when they won the championship, he was on Budenholzer's staff. He was the one that really had them defensively locked in.
Hammond. Yeah.
He's literally going back to where he was at before. And I think he's gonna solidify them and show he really can coach. Like I feel like Darvin Ham got a raw deal because again he was a scapegoat. That's why the brother from UConn turned that shit down. Bro, who want to sign to be a scapegoat when it don't work for LeBron? We're gonna fire you. That shit don't even make sense.
Darvin Ham didn't make adjustments, bro. Like that. Like you can't ignore that. He did not make
Question.
in-game adjustments.
What do you want him to do?
Make in-game adjustments.
Who do you want him to put in?
Switch up his rotations.
Who do you want him to put in?
If you need a shooter, put Max Christie in the game.
Who are you gonna take out? Do you love?
Dog,
You
Figure
take out
some-
Austin Reeves or
figure something
D'Lo.
out. You the coach.
They-
Figure something out.
You can't play
I'm not saying that you got to play the dude for 34 minutes or something, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But there's moments within it, just like your point about Dallas, right? You're like, yo, I would start Hardy and I would play Tim Hardaway Jr. But you still ain't playing Tim Hardaway 32 minutes. Like you just gonna get him some minutes, some momentum minutes here and there, or if the shots aren't falling, you put him in the game for a couple of minutes to see if a spark happens. You know,
I just
that's
felt
what
like
Darvin Ham wasn't doing.
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka just put together a whack ass team. Personally,
He did do that.
But that's Rob Pelinka.
You know, though, yes, that's what I'm saying. That's not Darvin Ham. He
Yeah.
just took you to the finals a couple years ago. They won the play-in tournament, and now that he can't coach, I'm confused. Like, what are we talking
Tell
So hold
Jackson
on, wait.
Hayes,
It was the
put
same-
Jackson Hayes in the game. You got
It
6
was-
fouls.
He
2-5.
can't make
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I feel
Isn't
That
Darvin
team not-
Ham the
though.
same brass? Isn't this the same coaching staff that we've heard people on podcasts say the coach was saying we're gonna run this, and LeBron was like, "Nah, we're gonna run this."
Well, we've got videos
That's a-
where like Darvin Ham calls a
Who?
timeout and everybody literally walks away from him, and like LeBron is like drawing. So I'm not even going to blame LeBron for that. I know that's the easy thing to do. I'm not even going to blame LeBron for that, but I'm just going to say Darvin Ham get control of your team. That was the same thing that happened to Adrian Griffin in Milwaukee, where and Giannis didn't get any criticism for that.
None.
Where
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They
and
they were they were over there drawing plays, and Griffin is just standing over there trying to get their attention.
that's the reason I feel like these coaches are not willing to actually come coach anybody, because these guys don't want to be coached. They think they're so fucking smart. They think they know everything about the game, but when it comes down to X's and O's, or hey, do a lineup change, or do like this nigga AD said, we were on the floor, we didn't know what to do. Nigga,
Yeah,
you a
that was stupid.
professional.
That was a stupid quote.
Well, that's what who was it? Was it Kawhi or was it Paul George that was talking
That had
about
to be a
we
direct
don't have
shot.
no
Like,
identity or whatever?
It was. It was.
yeah, no, bro. You only say that shit when you don't fuck with your coach, bro.
Yeah.
Because you would never put that onus on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you will only say something like that to throw a coach under the bus. Like, we aren't prepared, or I wasn't prepared as a player. Like, everybody know who that falls on.
We didn't know what we were doing out there defensively half the game.
Yeah, like,
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
while
We all know who that
saying that
falls
you
on.
should have been defensive player of the year.
He definitely should not have been
They
defensive player of the year.
we losing you again, Dakota Mike. We're losing you again. We're losing
Damn,
you
you hurt
again.
yourself. You out in the day. What about now?
Dakota Mike,
we
we losing you.
bro. We losing you.
Yeah, I can't
I'm
hear what he's saying.
But that's kind of the thing though, is that this is common though. We just focus on it more because it involves LeBron. Like this happens around the league throughout the season, but only certain things make the news.
Didn't Monty fall out with his stars, his older stars, in
He
Phoenix?
did.
Yes.
He did.
I mean, but I think it's again, it's a symptom of a larger issue. But what I'll say is, college ain't no better, because now, shoot, at least in the NBA, you can be with players for a certain amount of years before it gets to the point where you're losing them. Now in college, these guys switch schools year to year to year, and they want money. They want the NIL money. So they got an agent in college that they're working with that's trying to help navigate their NIL money, and like that's why a lot of coaches are leaving the college space. That's why I think, like, we saw Coach K leave, we saw Coach Wright leave. I think Roy Williams left. I think Hurley was trying to figure out what's the best situation for himself. I don't know if I think he stays in UConn this year. I don't know if he stays past this year.
I agree.
I
From
think-
what I was reading,
Go
he's holding out for the Knicks job if that ever comes open, because he always talks about how his wife is a Jersey girl, and if I move her, like, because he was the number one target for Kentucky, and he's like, yo, if I take this Jersey girl to Kentucky, I don't got that Jersey girl no more.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't see, like, coaching in college is going to be difficult with the NIL. Just especially now, I think they just approved the rule where they don't even have to wait out the 1 year anymore. Yep. They don't like regardless of when they like transfer, like it's the wild wild west. They're in a brand new world, and the one thing especially that white men are used to is the way things were.
That's right.
They love that. They love the way things were. And when things start changing, that's when problems start. So they're gonna run away from that as much as they possibly can.
Yeah,
I would love it if I was a coach, because it gives me an opportunity to establish myself. To me, I don't
think it does. I don't think it does, because like before, like when you hired a coach, you as the coach, you came in, you sold yourself on your 2 to 3 year plan.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're like, no, you go get in the portal. There ain't no more 2-3 year plan. Like this is a 6-month plan.
In the same area. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they recruit Texas. Like, if you're doing football, it's Texas, it's Florida. It's other areas where guys can play at. We see guys at mid-major schools that can hoop. You got to get guys that can hoop are gonna buy in and build with that. That's really Coach K's formula from Jump Street. Coach K never had guys that was all 3-star guys. He had guys that he developed over time. Nobody wanted
guys. Yeah, culture guys. You're right.
Get these that's something that's better. Then you develop a guy showing that you can really basketball. So I would love to get a guy. Okay, we know my star player here. Maybe a guy that's below him, and I'm gonna build my team around that with guys who really love the game, who really want to play hard, and who really want to be here. You don't want to be here, then fuck you straight up. I'm gonna bench your bitch ass. You want some? My coach, our star player on our team got benched in the championship game because he wouldn't block the backside. He benched him the whole game.
Yeah, then those boosters gonna say this is what we want and you ain't delivering.
Well, that's fine. My contract's
Not-
guaranteed.
So 2-5. Do me a favor. Tell me how long Kevin Keats has been coaching the Wolfpack.
I think I want to say this is year 3, maybe 3 or 4.
So what if DJ Burns decided he felt he was good enough to declare? Because it was
Come
a
on now.
possibility at one point.
Right,
Come on now. That's a question. Good question.
right. So depending on how and when it happens, so like this year they made the NCAA tournament, they made it to the Final Four. So the decision is like May 29th. You have to decide by May 29th. So if he decides on May 29th or May 28th, like, hey, I'm going to the NBA, then you got the summer to come up with something. Now, as the next season happens, I buy that you're going to have a down year because of how late DJ left or whatever the case may be. He set the roster in turmoil. But you know what I mean? That next season, we better be back in that tournament or you in trouble.
Because was DJ there when he got there?
Yes. Yes, but DJ didn't blow up until later this year. This year when we, found out about him.
And luckily, I mean, he recognizes that he's not like that to declare right now. You know what I'm saying?
But
well,
this
is it that or is he not eligible right now?
No, he's eligible, but this is the problem though. You know what I mean? He's back, but let's say NC State makes the tournament again as another 11 seed, but they lose in the first round this time. And DJ's gone. Whoever your next best player is gone. They got MJ Rice, I know, but he's gone. Then you're starting the clock all over again, and nobody's trying to hear, yo, my players left and I'm stuck with these freshmen or I'm stuck with this. They're gonna be like, get out in that portal and get those players. Like, we're competing against UNC and Duke. You can't afford to have a down year.
Yeah, that's why you have to.
And Wake is coming up now, and Wake Forest is about to be good.
You got to level out your roster with guys you got to develop. It's a million. So that kid, like I said before, he played for the Miami Dolphins. When I first was trash.
Dang, Dallas, Mike. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know what's going on with Dakota Mike.
But that's kind of the problem. Like, it might be a bigger deal in football because football drives the bus, but in general, though, that's kind of the rule that we're under now is that don't come in here trying to sell me on your 3-year plan. Like when St. John's hired Rick Pitino, they hadn't made the tournament in 7 or 8 years or something like that. They weren't trying to hear Rick Pitino say, hey, give me a season and a half. Let me get my guys in here and develop. And by the middle of next season, we're going to turn into a Big East contender. They were like, yo, we got the transfer portal. How much money you need? Go make it happen.
I mean, I feel that because and that's why I asked about Kevin Keats. It's like, so what is are you saying that he sold them? Well, I mean, I know the NIL.
They gave him an extension. They did give him an extension though after the season. But that's the other way that colleges set themselves up for failure too, because your coach will have a good season. We saw this with what's the dude's name off of the Patriots? Offensive coordinator went to Notre Dame.
Weiss.
Charlie Weiss. Yeah, that year they played USC, the Bush Push.
Yeah,
they lost that game and gave him like a 10-year extension. Just because prior to that. They had been losing to USC by 4 touchdowns, You know what I'm saying? He kept it close, and they were like, "Hey, we got something here." So a lot of these colleges, so with Keats, for example, he was on the hot seat this year, and then
Mhm.
they went on a run. They won the ACC tournament. They won like 5 games. They won the ACC tournament, and they extended him before they even got to the Final Four. So
Hmm.
so now they put themselves in a position to where if it starts to go down, if it goes south a little bit this upcoming season, it's like, well, I don't know if we can fire him right now because we're going to have to hire somebody else for at least near what we're paying him, unless we just go cheap, and we're going to owe him his money. And
Right.
that's where schools like Auburn, like football wise, they went and hired Hugh Freeze. They're still paying Gus Malzahn.
Come
Wow.
on, bro.
You know what I mean? So that's where these colleges set themselves up. So it's either we're going to hire this dude and we're going to stick to the plan, whether that's 3 years, whether it's 4 years, whatever the case may be, and we're going to have the NIL infrastructure in place
Well,
because what we shouldn't have to do is after the fact. If we fire you, we shouldn't come back after the fact and be like, did we set them up for failure?
because I mean, don't you think? Well, just based on you saying that, don't you think Nebraska kind of has the right idea with
Matt Rule.
Matt Rule and then jumping out? Do you think the NIL really helped their case, or do you think Dylan Rayola just really wanted to go to a school where he knows he can
Well, if
shine
I
at the
remember
quarterback position?
correctly, he's from Nebraska, and his dad played for Nebraska, so he might
Yeah,
be
the lineman.
the
Yeah,
yeah he might be the exception to the rule. You know what I mean? Where he had ties to Nebraska, so that might be a little bit different. Whereas if he had went to like say Baylor or something, like because Nebraska is a football school. They're one of
yeah,
the original blue bloods, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
Nebraska's going to front the money to get whoever. Now the
for sure.
problem is a school like Colorado, whereas if Coach Prom does leave at some point, are they going to have a structure in place for the new coach that
Mm-hmm.
they had in place for Dion? Because with Dion, they're making exceptions to their academic benchmarks so that he can get some of the players in that he wants. But now
Hmm.
that you
Right.
open that box, you got to keep doing that, or else once Dion leaves, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
And like Georgia Tech is a perfect example. When we were kids, Georgia Tech was really good. You know what I'm saying? But now they're this academic, blue blood as far as that goes. But they make all the freshmen take engineering classes no matter what your major is.
Hmm.
So, you know what I mean? So if I'm a football player trying to get to the NFL, XYZ, you ain't saddling me down with no engineering class. And, I had to jump through these hoops just to get accepted by your school in the first place because you won't accept me the way that, say, Syracuse would have.
Mm.
No, I feel you. Damn,
That's
because
a
it's
good
like
breakdown.
it was a good breakdown for sure. Oh, we got Dakota Mike back. Dakota Mike, do
Yeah,
we got you, my brother?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So just to be
Yeah.
clear, Mike. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I got you.
But I just think that it depends on the school that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like if we're talking
It's
about yeah, yeah, if we're talking about Boston College, then what you're saying makes sense. You know what I mean? But if we're talking about Duke basketball, like John Shire's getting all these dudes right now, Cooper Flag, whoever else. If they go out here and lose in the second round, ain't nobody trying to hear that.
no, they're
Yeah.
not. I mean, like, that's why I feel like NC State coach got his new deal because he beat UNC and he beat Duke. So
Right, right.
improvement that just shows the quality wins. To me, when you're expected to do certain things, you got to go ahead and take care of business. When Zion
Right.
them didn't win it, it was a stain. Like, bro, how y'all didn't win it all? You had RJ Barrett and you, and y'all didn't win it all. So like to
Yeah,
me, that
John
just
Wall.
yeah, like, it just shows the type of player that they have. They're not smart players. They're not players who are seasoned enough. Like Jason Williams didn't really start becoming his own, guy into his third year. He was talented, but when he became a
and,
junior, he was an animal to the point where you couldn't stop him. He mastered the
and,
game.
and,
Tyler Harry
and I don't want to start no drama.
was
I
up.
don't want to start no drama because y'all know how much I hate Duke. But I gotta say this with all sincerity.
Okay, what's up?
of course you got your people like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and like Bill Walton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Williams might be the best modern college basketball player of all time.
I do agree.
Mm.
I do agree.
As much as I hate Duke, I gotta admit that. You know what I mean? Like when I think about it, because if I remember correctly, he even won National Player of the Year twice.
He did twice. Oh, I mean, he literally. That's why I made the example. He
Mm-hmm.
mastered. It was nothing else he could do in college. It was like I've mastered this shit to the point where can't nobody stop me. He knew the game inside and out, and he started getting better defensively.
If he
And
could have
and that's the
So
mastered not
problem that
riding
we
a
have with the
motorcycle, that'd have been
NBA.
better.
That's the problem. Yeah, that
yeah,
too. But that's the
I wish
problem
he would
that
never
we have with the
like
NBA today
good
because
player.
I got Zach Edey coming in, who's coming off of, winning the Wooden back-to-back year or the Naismith, whichever one it was. You know what I mean? You're 7'3", and we're sitting up here like, can we find a place for this dude?
Yeah,
He's not. I don't think he's a. I don't think he's an NBA talent. I'm sorry.
me
Who,
either.
I don't
Edie?
know if but I'm willing to find out.
I am too.
Yeah, undrafted
For
free
sure.
You,
agent.
you're gonna find out.
We can find out in the
I think
summer
he'll
league
be,
as an
but
undrafted
I
free
mean,
agent.
but that's the
Win for
thing, right? Everybody going into the combine, everybody was talking about how Donovan Clingan was this can't miss center and he was going to outperform Edie. And Edie out athleted him in the athletic drills. Edie showed a 3-point shot. You know what I mean? And we're still like, nah, like I can't find nowhere for the
I don't
seven
know.
foot three dude that can shoot
Bro,
threes. I heard of him.
We
after
His name is
Taco
Kristaps
Fall, I'm just
Porzingis.
done.
we got to see. I'm gonna
After the
go with
Taco Fall experiment, I'm
I'm
traumatized. I'm good on
going
all of them.
with niggas with cones. I'm gonna go with the test I seen in person. We watch some niggas on TV,
but
and
the
to me,
Mm.
NBA, but the NBA is more team defense than it is individual these days.
that's true.
Like look at Luca. You know what I'm saying? like we're saluting Luca putting up
Uh,
31, and it's like, yo, can you put your hand up?
yeah, they be as I'm telling you, for real, for real. But I mean, that's what it goes back to. It goes back to basically style of play. As far as recruiting and what you expect from your team, like that has to be clear the first day you sign. Okay, we like to me when you recruiting, you got to recruit past this year. It got to be 2 3 years you have a recruiting class in your mind. Your scouting should have been
Mm-hmm.
already kind of looking. Okay, this guy's coming up in 2 seasons. Like it got to be like that. It can't just be this guy's the top guy and I got the top 10 guys in the class and you don't know who the next top 10 guys are gonna be. You gotta be on that pavement every. That's why you gotta hire quality guys to be out there
Well, that's
scouting
why I
for
was
you.
trying to figure out what Arkansas did because they hired Calipari, and
Mm-hmm.
then he just bought half of Kentucky with him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's the lazy shit they do, and they call themselves great. That's why I'm always on their ass about that shit because it's like that don't show greatness to me. That just shows you have ability to cultivate resources.
You're a
That shows
con
ability to
man.
make you can copy and paste it together and put it and not cite your sources to me. Like I don't fuck with that shit. I fuck with people who build. I like people who build shit and they have a proven concept. They can put that shit anywhere. I can go anywhere with this shit. This shit's gonna work.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's why I
speaking
tell
not
people
now
I'd
that you
rather be
said
Bill
that,
Self than Calipari.
not that you say that, Mike. Did you say you prefer to be a builder? Yesterday, Me Too Five and Nap Nation was having a conversation, and since you are a Richmond native, Dakota Mike, do you think it would be, first of all, just humor me? Do you think, how would you feel about VCU getting a football team?
Man, they were talking about that shit since Burgess was there, and I feel like it would be a good thing. It just had to be put in a certain location. Like we know VCU's crowded as a fool. They the bus lanes and bus lines and ain't no parking and shit. So they would have to plan it so it would basically be able to like you been to a VCU basketball game before. They had to shut down probably the whole downtown for that game to
And
really
Broad Street is our main way to traverse down. That's the main way to get
yeah.
downtown. And that bitch is right on Broad Street. That's
So
the main way to get through the city.
you if the football team, I think it'll be a good idea from perspective of this sports in general. We need more sports, and I feel like it'll bring a good revenue here. But it has to be planned out properly, for it to actually work. Because I feel like it's gonna be the same shit all over again that
2-5,
we
we still
already have
got you.
for the most part.
Yeah, I'm here.
So Oh, we got my dog. So, Dakota Mike,
Bro,
we
What's
got my
going
dog
on?
Rumi Road tapping into the hot box.
What up?
The
So, Dakota
What's
Mike,
roommate.
up? What's up, fellas?
would you, if you were a head coach, because the thing yesterday when we were saying, I was saying some Lethal was basically saying that if VCU was a star football team right now, like people be chomping at the bit to get the job as the coach, and I'm sitting here like, bruh,
Based
this
on
is
Nah,
what?
I
a
would.
this is a school where just yesterday y'all didn't even have a program.
Yeah, I
Like,
wouldn't want to be the first guy. Nah, hell no.
I don't know if I want to be the first coach. Like, bro, do y'all know what it would take to support a football team? Do y'all know what it like any of that? Like the
Yeah,
culture needed around the school, like any of that, like the culture needed from the donors.
I
Like, do we
yeah, that,
have that type of
I just think
infrastructure to support a Division I Power 5 football team? Like,
so. So the point
man.
that I was trying to make is that I just think they missed their window. You know,
Yeah, they did.
because you know, like I was saying yesterday, Madison and ODU that are playing
mm-hmm,
FBS football now. So you know, so you got Norfolk State, Hampton, you know, and FCS. But now we're getting to that point where now I guess are going to start phasing out some of these smaller schools. You know, to
Hmm.
where
Yep.
they're basically going to be the AFC and NFC. So FCS is probably going to die. Like the way that people look at the WNBA prior to this year, FCS don't even have that right now, and it's going to get worse.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know your G5s or whatever. If you're not Boise State or somebody along those lines, you're probably going to fade off to obscurity as well. So it's like, where does VCU even fit in? If they, because
Yeah,
they
I
ain't going
don't
to go
know.
straight to G5. You know what I mean? Like they're probably going to have to, because Richmond has a team. You know,
U of R for
U of
sure.
R, they're one of the better FCS teams, and they still don't really get pressed in that way.
What's bro name that played for Kyle was it Lawletta? Who's a Richmond Spider? I think he played for the Giants.
Oh yeah. I can't. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
But
and
yeah, no, go ahead though.
you know, but that's what I'm saying. So like, that's where for me, it's like when we were talking about the NBA expansion. It's like, you know, where do you put a team that can be successful? Like, you know, with Richmond already being there, is Richmond, and this is where I defer to you guys because you're the Virginia guys. You know what I mean? Like, is Richmond big enough for a U of R and a VCU football team?
Hell
I still
no.
don't think we can support a professional team nor another road. Can y'all fit a professional stadium somewhere in the 7-5 in the Hampton Roads, Tidewater, Virginia Beach area?
Hell no. I was sitting here thinking of that as we like. I don't even know where the hell they would put it at. Like everything is tight. Like Norfolk is tight as shit. You know what I'm saying? Virginia Beach probably be your best bet. Virginia Beach is so wide open. That probably be your best bet. But
Unless they put it in the wetlands or something like.
Yeah,
right.
and so that was a part of what we were talking about because at one point, I had brought up at one point the Kings were looking at moving to Virginia Beach, and you know, but you know, one of our Real Sports 365 guys, you know, Chris Brucato, shout out, he was putting me on the game about how there's no infrastructure to Virginia Beach to put a basketball team there, and that's where me and Mike kind of started the conversation the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
bro.
think the only way you add an NBA team is if you create relegation and they use the G League as a minor league where you get relegated to if your team sucks for too long.
I
I
like that.
I really think that like the NBA should have less teams. The NBA should not have any more than 28 teams. There should only be 28 teams in the NBA. Shoot, I
Yeah, I
may
agree.
even say take it down to 24. Have 12 and 12, and then have the other people in the G League, the developmental league, and let the teams earn their way to the pros. Like I'm sick of seeing teams that no one wants to watch.
Yeah, literally. And a lot cripple the area with with them being there. Like they're getting all this fake ass promise. They try to promise people that they're gonna bring money to the city, and it's really them getting benefits. So when they
Right.
this shit like
Well, hold on. Well, how many fully healthy teams were bad that aren't young?
What do you mean?
Okay,
Say that again.
that's a fair
How
question.
many fully healthy teams? Well, he said that like there are too many teams. Like people like don't want to watch teams that are bad. I'm just saying like how many fully healthy teams how many teams that were healthy throughout the season were actually bad that weren't young.
I'll answer your question with a question. How many Utah Jazz games you watched this year?
Well, for one, I'm not bad. I'm pretty sure Utah fans watch basketball. I mean, it was good though.
I
All
got
right.
like 4. I
All
watched
right.
like 4.
Young,
Okay. All right. People
Young,
watch the Spurs.
I mean, Utah. That's like Pacific time zone. Like, oh, that's the mountain region. Like, we not. That's on a different side of the country.
No, but we're just
Dog.
making a point though. We're
How
just
many
making a
Brooklyn
point,
Nets? How many Brooklyn Nets games you watched this year?
How many Wizards games did you watch? I mean, how many Bobcat games did you watch?
You making my point.
That's the point.
How
You're
many
making my
Philly games
point.
did you
And guess
watch?
what?
Philly
But guess
was good
what?
this year. How many Philly games did you watch?
I watched a
How
lot of
many
Philly
Heat
games. I'm a Heat fan.
and they're not young.
And so my point is this. My point is this. You got all of these teams that nobody cares about. All they're doing, a lot of those teams are, to Mike's point, they're using taxpayer money to build these stadiums,
Come
and
on
they're
now, bring it
using
home.
they're using shared revenue to keep their teams
That's it.
alive.
What we doing?
So even if you suck, you still get to make money. You're still making money hand over fist
Look at
without
how
putting
much
a
the
good
Hornets
product on the
sold for.
floor.
Look at how much the Hornets sold for.
Come on, yo. It ain't sorry as shit. Look
Put
at look how
them,
much look how much
Dub,
Boston sold.
Dub. Make it a relegation. Make them have to earn their way to be in the league. Europe has this one down packed. They got it.
They do. Mm-hmm.
They got this. They figured this one here out. Now that's something you can do when you have thousands of years of history and tradition, a head start on us. But that's something we're gonna have to get to, especially as they're continuing to try to do these expansion teams. All right, cool. Let's do a smaller level of revenue sharing on the G League level. So when you come in as a team, you come in as a G League team, and your team can earn their way to the major NBA. But you have a minor level of shared revenue at the G League level, and you get to that major level when you make it to the major leagues. You still have the draft. You still have the opportunity to develop these players that are coming out of college too early and don't know not to do anything other than try to cross somebody up and shoot 3-pointers from the logo. Like,
I'm with it.
That's real. That's
And
real.
you get to know the
I even
players.
want relegation. I want relegation in college football.
bruh, it's college basketball. Men's college basketball is dying. And people talk about the fact that, like, oh, well, people are talking more about women's basketball. Do you know why we talk about women's basketball more now? Because I can name more women's basketball college players than men's college basketball players. Because you see a player on a team for 3 to 4 years, same players, same team, 3 to 4 years with the same coach. You watch them grow, you watch them develop, and even if you only watch them in that first tournament, like Caitlin Clark became the star she was this year because of what she did last year.
Exactly.
What would have happened? What would have happened in the NBA is that player would have had that 1 year on a team. He would have popped up out of nowhere. Nobody would have known who he was. He would have had that 1 year. I'm thinking somebody like Sears, Marcus Sears from Alabama.
Yeah, from Alabama. Yeah.
Right? So would have had a year like that, even though Caitlin Clark was way above that. But I'm just saying somebody like that would have a year like that and say, oh, time for me to go to the pros.
Or what about your boy Grant Nelson, right?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Grant Nelson.
Yeah,
But
people were literally
Grant,
in the Elite Eight learning players.
that's the crazy thing. You should not be hearing a player like you should not be figuring like. And I can't keep track. Like I cannot keep track of them. College football also has that same mainstay. You watch somebody go from at least being a freshman to being a junior. That's 3 years you get to know a player.
That's it.
That time is extremely underrated. It's extremely underrated now. I'm hoping that now that they actually are doing the pay for play thing with the players, that they'll get rid of some of the NIL stuff, so you won't have players like switching teams year over year to year, so you can get that development, because that's going to kill the NBA ultimately.
Yeah, it will. It will. And then you're going to have, more European guys. Surprise!
More European guys. Yep. Who are doing what, Dakota Mike? They're playing for one team over a course of time, learning the game.
That's it, yo.
And one And one more point
and we don't support xenophobia
at
on the
all.
cupcake
And
day.
you know what they don't have in Europe? They don't have overbearing AAU parents who are telling every child that they're the next LeBron James.
That's a fact.
Mm.
It's a fact. They just let it go and put the work in, put the fundamentals in.
Go get
And
beat up. You
guess what?
14, go get beat up.
And guess what? The top 2 picks in the NBA draft this year are going to be French dudes.
Yep. They done found well. Trust me, they know for a fact there's a pipeline going on there.
Bruh.
And then you got another one that's going to be in the top, probably top 10 still.
Don't
Like
Wimby got a
three.
brother coming out this year?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Next
it's
year, I
this
think.
year. I think it's next year.
Maybe next
But that's
year.
not even including him. Like I'm talking about the 2 dudes this year, Sar and Risache, and then
Yeah.
you got another Nikola. Nikola Topic. Is like those are all going to be in the top 10.
Yeah. That's why I asked the question mid-season. I said, "Yo, who's the number one pick? Who's gonna be the best player?" And I remember we had a conversation. It was like, but now I said like those a bunch of G League Ignite guys, a bunch of foreign guys. They're gonna be at the top because nobody saw those guys.
Hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
G
Any
League
team,
Ignite got 2 guys that are probably going to
yeah,
go top 12 or 14.
no, they can play all this shit with the college shit. They know for a fact those guys been sliding for like at least 2 years to be where they at.
Mm.
They are projected to be at that point in time. That's why they didn't go to college. That's why they went to the G League. They said, I'm gonna get this bag. I know for a fact. I already know where they're gonna project me at. I'm better than those guys in that class,
Yeah.
and I got the
Absolutely.
experience to play those.
All right, Roomy Rowe. You've just now tapped into the hot box, so you already know. I gotta put you on the spot, man. I got a video. I need your response to this jump.
No, has not been worth his contract.
This one's tough for me because he signed a contract that is the biggest ever, surpassing Garrett Cole, who is the best pitcher in baseball. He signed a deal for 12 years, $325 million. We are, what, two months into this? 3 months into this? 3 months into a 12-year deal? And we're not looking up at a 5 ERA. The guy's got a 3.32 ERA. He's 6-2. He's got 76 punch outs and 65 innings and a whip just over 1. Is that dominant like Cy Young numbers? No, but we're talking his first few months in the league. He's been good. I will say he's been a good pitcher, and he's going to continue to be good, if not better, for a long, long time to come. And this is a rotation that needs him. I think we're ultimately going to look up at the end of his contract, and what year is that going to be? 2036?
Long time.
And say, yeah, I think it was worth it. But as of right now, I'm absolutely not going to say it hasn't been worth it. He's been good, not elite, and I expect him to get better and better and better with time and age and experience.
Now, with that 12-year deal, is that something that you would expect Cy Young numbers from? Out
Who
the
they
gate?
talking about? Who was that?
Yamamoto. Yeah.
Nah. I mean, like I said, dude coming over from Japan. That's how us as Americans are. We expect for you to just come into the next league or just be able to transition and just be able to pick up where you left off at. I knew he was gonna struggle. Like I said, it's a new league for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we first started off the first month, and he really was trash. His spring training was not hitting on nothing, but it's gonna take time. 12 years, 325. I mean, all MLB contracts are absurd and outrageous, but I mean, there's no salary cap, so when there's no salary cap, you can kind of do that. I mean, you bring in a guy from across the country, you're gonna have to make it worth this while. I think baseball contracts, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much most free agents pretty much going to sign for at least 6 years or better. You rarely see 1-year contracts, 2-year contracts. I mean, pitchers will get that like on their later terms. Or say we try to do like something quick, but most time everybody's gonna be getting at least 6 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's just a baseball thing. But most people who get those 10-year contracts really don't really pan out that great. But you just gotta wait
I
and
was about to
see.
say, can you see him finishing his contract?
Yeah, 12 years. Let's see, because you figured Dodgers.
I mean, I know it's a long time, but I mean, and I know it's like he's only been like 2 months into the jump, but it's like,
Yeah,
have you seen any flashes?
Well, I mean, he pitched decent against the Yankees. He pitched against the Yankees. We played them. I think it was Saturday. So he did a decent job. I mean, we did get a couple hits against him, but we didn't score no runs against him. So I mean, that was a good thing for them.
I mean, it's one of those things. He's got good numbers. They just think that they should be generational.
Right.
I mean,
Mm.
like you
Yeah.
heard it. He's 6-2, a 3.2 ERA, which like when we were kids, 3.2 was high. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But nowadays, you know what I mean, that's pretty standard, for your better pitchers in
Mm.
the league. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if his ERA was 4.6 and he was 3-5, now we could have a conversation.
Hmm.
Right.
But I think people are just overreacting as we just do as a culture. Like when people stop unfollowing people on Twitter and all that stuff, we overreact.
Right.
So
I agree.
do you think that he can lead his team on a deep playoff run?
It's too early to say.
Yeah. Baseball is. Yeah. They ain't even got to the All Star break yet. I mean, Dodgers are a good team. Um, but the Phillies are still something that they got to mess with. But like I said, it's really too early. It's only June, man. You still got July, August, and part of
Yeah.
September
Yeah,
to
the Dodgers
even.
bats are going to be what leads them.
Yeah, their
Yeah, I
pitching's
don't know
not bad
how
though.
I don't know how a pitcher's going to lead you on a playoff run. They only pitch one every what 5 games?
Well, we've seen
Yeah,
like teams like the Diamondbacks back in the day with Schilling and Randy Johnson. Like
Right, but that's
you just get
that's
hot at the
multiple
right time.
pitchers. But that's
Yeah,
multiple
yeah, yeah,
pitchers.
yeah,
That's not the same
yeah.
pitcher. Randy Johnson didn't lead a playoff run.
True, true.
yeah,
I mean, look at.
you can lead a team, but with your pitching. I mean, Astros had just did it when they won when they had Garrett Cole and Verlander. I mean, if you're starting
That's
pitchers, if
still
you got
two.
three, what I'm saying is, if you got two starting pitchers who can give you at least 7 innings,
Mm-hmm.
that's almost like 2 games. That's almost like two
Right.
games. You know what I'm saying? But in a 4 game series, 2 games automatically. That's a good. That's a good. You're gonna take that. You got two
I mean,
starters
I
who can
mean,
give
shoot.
you.
Look at the five aces. Go back to the five aces with the Atlanta Braves back in like the mid '90s. Like it was the same thing. Like
Mhm.
they had that elite level pitching, but that
And
was
they
night
still
over night
weren't
over
winning
night.
like
And they
that.
right, they only
Yeah.
won one World Series out of that squad, which is crazy, by the way.
And, and look at how we talk about, well, not we, I should say we. Look at how the media talks about Clayton Kershaw.
Mm.
Like
Right.
he's
Yeah.
basically the pitcher Aaron Rodgers, the way they talk about him.
You ain't lying, man. His numbers is like they're okay, but I've seen Kershaw get his tail busted up a few times.
Yeah. And
You
I think
know,
it was one year they played the Astros in the World Series. They tried to pitch him on short rest and yeah, it didn't go so well.
Astros torched them. Yeah, Astros torched them up. But
So
if
if
you
you had
get
to choose between my bad, Rumi, what was
no,
you
you good. No,
saying?
you good. You good. No, you good. You good.
If you had to choose between Paul Skeens and Yamamoto, who would you go with?
Depends on what I need. I probably.
I mean, if we're talking about just for this year, I probably wouldn't take Yamamoto. If we're talking about the future, then I probably would lean towards him.
Mm.
I can get. Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
All
because
I
we definitely
know,
was trying to go.
all I know
Only
is that
reason why we didn't.
The Yankees have the best pitcher in baseball, and his name is Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I can't wait for he ain't even pitching yet. I can't wait for him to come back.
Me too, man.
I mean, hey, y'all still 2.5 games in first place right now.
That's what I got,
Don't
man.
skip it, man. We holding on.
Yeah, holding
We
on. I
holding on.
think what like beat the Dodgers yesterday.
Yeah, beat the Dodgers yesterday. We play y'all next week. I'm trying to go.
Yep,
I plan on. I'm possibly going up to New York this weekend to one of those
that's
games.
what's up.
Have you been to a
Play
game
y'all.
at Camden? Not is it Camden?
Yeah, I've
Not
been there.
Camden.
I've been
Yeah,
there.
Camden Yards.
Camden
Yeah,
Yards.
Camden Yards. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there at the
yeah.
Wrigley shit.
I
Hey,
went there
come
last
on
year. I liked
now.
it.
Hey,
Yeah,
when
it's
Camden
okay.
first came out, though, Camden was like the standard when it first came out, but that was like 20 years ago.
I'm just a
I
biased guy. Don't listen to me. I
only reason
think Yankee
it,
Stadium is the best stadium.
only thing I didn't like about it. Only thing I didn't like about it was like it was like a really hot day. Like I think I picked the hottest day in the world to go to that game. Like
Oh yeah, if
Yeah.
you sit in the sun, yeah, that's definitely
yeah, it was
tough.
No, I
hot,
was
bro.
I was there the day Kim Griffey broke that window on that warehouse outside the stadium.
Oh man, that's amazing. See, that's
Oh
some
wow.
legendary shit right there. You got
Yeah,
photos
All
from
right,
that
here,
you know what
game?
I mean? Like, nah, that was like back in like '94 or something. Nowadays
Damn.
row like fuck your green monster.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, snap.
Fuck your what is it, Wrigley Field with the
Wrigley Field, right? With that
what
damn
they call the little flowers, the
yeah,
the wall or
that
whatever, row
yeah.
like fuck all that.
Oh shit!
All right, hold on. All right, Romy, I need you to clear up something for me real quick.
Top 3 arms of all time.
Hold on.
They win a World Series with Juan Soto.
No, not this one. Hold on.
Top 3, Vicky. How bad does he want to get out of Oakland?
Oh, for him?
How bad does he want to get out?
Absolutely.
100%.
If he's hearing trade talks, he's like, yeah, go ahead, get rid of me.
Yeah.
He is a rookie. How is a rookie in trade talks in May?
Because he's that good.
You got him for 6 years.
I know you do. But this is the A's. The A's are. What are they doing?
What are you going to get for him?
You're going to get some minor league prospects.
The fact he's off to a great start is outstanding, but he doesn't have a long track record, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't understand the purpose of trading this young player away because you're not going to trade him and get all-stars back. You're not going to get all-stars back.
How bad does he want to get
And we
out?
talking about Mason Miller.
For him?
How bad?
You better
Well, when
keep
it comes
that
to-
motherfucker till you get to Vegas.
When it comes to the A's, man, the A's just one of them teams. We just like you just don't know what they're doing. They be having talent, but they just can't never seem to get it together. Whether it's the coaching, the players, or the front office, it's just like the A's is one of them cursed teams, brother. Like they just trash. They cheap,
So they go ahead.
They ain't cursed. They ain't cursed. It's the one you just said. They cheap.
They cheap. Yeah, that's what it is. Man.
It's
They
just like
cheap,
Residente was just saying, like, you know, about how the NBA don't need certain teams. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
MLB
we've
definitely
been done
don't.
with Oakland.
Oh, definitely.
When's the last time Oakland
they
tried
have a
to-
promising player. They have a promising rookie, and they're already trying to ship him off because they feel like they can get pieces back because their team is that bad that they don't need to. They'll do better without him than with him.
I don't know what's their thought process. Like you said, maybe they're trying to get other prospects or something. But like
I mean, are they competitive?
The fact is,
No. No, it's the
They're
A's,
always
man.
competitive. They don't win games, but like they don't just be getting their ass whooped. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
and that's
yeah,
the frustrating part because if you're a fan, you're like, why don't we get a trade for a decent player and see if we can make a wild card at least? But they don't even seem willing to do that.
Yeah, they trash, brother. I don't even.
It's like trust the process, but they don't ever have a payoff.
Right, and then they're gonna be going to Vegas, and Vegas don't even want them now. That's the funny thing about it. Like, you going into a city that don't even want you for real. That's crazy.
So let me ask y'all this. So if I'm a person who doesn't know anything about baseball, I may know somebody like that, and they're interested in starting, watching this year. Who are 5 players that they need to know?
Juan Soto,
Shohei.
Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani.
Name and
my
team.
guy from the Orioles.
All right, Ohtani plays for the Dodgers now. I know that.
Yep.
Aaron Judge is a Yankee. I know the Yankees. Who the other one you said?
Juan Soto played for the Yankees as well.
Juan Soto plays for the Yankees. Okay.
Tatis.
Fernando Tatis. He plays for Pittsburgh, right?
San Diego.
Padres.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have said Machado before Tatis.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
What about Ellie?
Ellie.
Is he a top 5 guy?
You talking about for the Reds?
Yeah, from Cincinnati.
Yeah, they definitely disappointed me this year. I thought they were going to.
He got some hit. You know what I'm saying? He could hit.
Yeah, you got who else you got? You got
it's the Reds, though. But trying to think.
well, I was gonna say Acuna, but he's out for the season.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
then on the Dodgers, you could go like half the Dodgers roster between Mookie Betts,
Tim
Freddie
Anderson's jaw deserves the highlight.
Tim Anderson,
I said his jaw.
Now his ass
that's what
about
I'm
to
saying.
get traded too.
It's
He
for the
about to
wrong
get
reason.
traded too.
His talent's not all that great. He's okay. It's just I'm just happy because it's a brother, in the league. So we ain't got too many brothers. But
my man Julio Rodriguez.
yeah, Rodriguez, he done fell back a little bit. He definitely had a down year. This has definitely been a good year.
How do we forget Mookie?
I
We
said
didn't
Mookie.
get there yet.
I said you could name half the Dodgers team. I said Mookie Betts,
Yeah, he
Freddie
did say
Freeman.
that.
He is a Dodger. He should be a Red Sox.
Y'all got rid of him too early. Y'all
He
unloaded
got
him
rid of him
too
way
early.
early. And he was an MVP. He about to win MVP. He could win MVP for 2 different teams and 2 different
How did you end up with all these Boston teams?
Oh, we went through this the other
You
day.
went through this.
Yeah,
he
we
missed
did,
it. He went through
yeah.
this. He did through the
Yeah,
story
yeah.
each one. It was kind of interesting.
It was because he was a young buck. You know, when Boston was
yeah.
winning stuff.
That was definitely a young buck. You know what I'm saying?
different reasons as
KG,
well.
Like he was
Tom
in like
Brady.
what was it? Kindergarten when the Patriots
Oh
won
yeah,
their
I
first
was in
one?
kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoever win the Super Bowl between the Rams and the Pats, that's gonna be my squad. You know what I'm saying?
That's a wild way to pick a team.
Bro, I was in kindergarten, bro. What do you
I
want
mean,
me
he
to
got
do?
lucky
Like,
though. He got lucky.
Dog,
I did
Like
get
what
lucky.
if the Rams would have won that Super Bowl?
you'd have been LAAD.
I would have
true.
definitely been LA Ralph for sure.
You'd have been
for sure. You know,
And
you
then
would have
he
been the
was
one
there-
spamming.
He was still young when Pedro was beating up on that young Yankees or that old Yankees coach.
That's
hell yeah.
hysterical.
Well, no, like I said, my mom's a Yankees fan, so I had to default. You know what I'm saying to Boston. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
my-
That just was what it was.
Yeah, my mom told us my mom was a Cowboys fan, and she told us that we all had to pick our own teams. Like we couldn't be fans of the same team. So
Yeah, bro.
I grew up in the '90s. I picked the Niners. I'm a kid watching the Niners growing up in the '80s. Like them.
Hell yeah.
My brother
Well, the
picked the
Niners
Bills.
were my first team. The Niners were my first team growing up until I
Oh, yeah?
learned geography. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, because they were the team that was on TV all the time.
Yeah, and
know,
and
Jerry
y'all didn't
Rice,
have the Ravens yet.
Yeah, and
Nope.
so then once I looked at a map, I was like, oh, maybe I should do this Washington thing.
Because they're right there.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, if we would have had that when I was growing up, like before '95 when they brought us the Panthers. Like if we had the Panthers when I was born, I'd probably been a Panthers fan.
yeah.
That's what's up, though. I can see you being a Panthers fan for sure.
I was telling people like I wanted when they decided to bring the Panthers to the NFL. I was like, oh, this can be my AFC team. Like I'll have my Niners, and then I'll have an AFC team. Because I'm a kid. I don't know you can't have two teams.
Right.
But you know what they did with the Panthers? They put them in the NFC West.
Yeah.
They became division rivals, and they took Aaron Davis. They took Eric Davis and Kevin Green from us. And I was like, "Yo, what is
crazy?
What are we doing?" So they became like mortal enemies, like at that point. But I still root for them as long as they're not playing the Niners.
So do you today? Do you have an AFC team?
No, I'm an adult. I'm a grown man. Like
some people still live like that.
No, if I was to have one, it'd probably be the Dolphins was my daddy's team. Like my dad, I just want my dad's teams to win. Like if my Niners can't win, I want somebody in my family's team to win. That's I'm always gonna be that way. If my brother's team's in the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for that team in the Super Bowl. If my mom's team, if the Cowboys ever make the Super Bowl, I am rooting for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl because my mom's team.
Oh wow.
I went through a phase. I went through a phase in the mid '90s where I was just team Mark Brunell. And
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jaguars.
Yeah.
Cardiac cats.
Yeah. The way that Cups looks at Drew Brees, that's how I looked at Mark Brunell.
Oh no.
Bro, you can do no wrong.
Oh no.
You can do no wrong. No wrong.
You
I
know
promise.
But obviously, you know, these days nobody circles the wagons.
Quite like
You know
the
what I'm
Buffalo
saying?
Bills.
Circle the wagons 2-5. Answer this question right now. Mark Brunell or Rob Johnson?
Mark Brunell, man.
That's Mark
Come
Brunell. He just told you he was his favorite player of all time.
And you forget that Rob Johnson, you know, I got to take it to the petty level. Rob Johnson was a Florida Gator too.
You know what I'm saying?
So, you know what I'm saying? So get all the way out of here with that.
Yeah. Rob Johnson. Good Rob
I told
Johnson.
you, I still got
Outta
my
here.
first email address ever to this day. I hate the Gators at yahoo.com.
That's crazy.
All right,
is
well, hold on,
wild.
wait. Now we about to settle this we about to settle this right now. Nick Foles or Jeff Hostetler?
The one with the ring?
You got to take, both of them got a ring.
Oh, Hostetler did get a ring with the Redskins.
No, with the Giants.
Oh, the Giants.
Yeah, he won the first Super Bowl against Buffalo, if I remember correctly.
Then I'd go Hostetler then, because Hostetler had to play most of the season at least.
I don't know. Nick Foles went 27-2 1 year, though.
Played one of those full season, Jones.
He went 27-2 with Chip Kelly.
Yeah,
Come on,
He went 27-2?
Well, touchdowns to interceptions. I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant record-wise.
Yeah, not
No.
touchdown interception. Yeah.
I'm like, if that was his record?
27-2.
No. That was touchdowns to interceptions for one season.
Yeah, that's some college shit. 27-2. God
Right.
damn.
It is. It is.
You know what I'm saying? Plus he beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
He did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You make a strong case.
Even though Brady threw for 500 yards in that game, but still.
I don't want to talk about it. So
Move off that.
But Cups was trying to ignore my segue there. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask this question. Have you ever been sensitive enough that you unfollowed one of your friends on Twitter?
Oh, hell no.
bro,
None of my friends follow me on Twitter.
I don't even have a Twitter anymore. I ain't been on Twitter in like 10 years.
Yeah, I deleted my Twitter. I just got the official Sports Reports Authority Twitter. That's it.
I only pop on Twitter like to randomly like pop in like I may tweet once every 3 months.
I
I'm
pop
good.
in on Tuesdays sometimes.
I follow journalists on Twitter. I'm sorry.
I pop in on
Journalists
Tuesdays
on Twitter.
sometimes.
Yeah, like that's it gets crazy in there.
But
sometimes.
okay, so any of your Facebook friends ever said something that made you unfollow them?
Yes.
Plenty of
Yes.
times.
So I'll tell you
I
this.
just followed somebody today.
I'll tell you my rule. I'll tell you I got a few rules, right? One of my rules is if I make a post and you want to debate me on my post, and then I tell you on my post I don't want to debate, and you keep talking, I will block you.
Okay.
Yeah, you really gotta piss me off for me to block you.
I will block you. I'm done. Like when I say, yo, I'm good, like keep rolling, I'm cool, go. Leave me alone. Because chances are I don't know you that well to really be invested in our relationship. And if I am that invested, I still have your phone number. So I can just call you and say, yo, we're not friends on Facebook anymore.
Obviously, you can't handle this.
If you want to contact me, you got my phone number. If something happened with the kids, holla. I blocked my mom once.
Nah,
Oh
damn. No, I knew I was in trouble because Lindsay had posted Black Lives Matter and her brother blocked her.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. That was a fun time. 2020 was a fun time. That was
Black Avatar.
I don't think I've ever blocked anybody though.
Doug, I blocked so many people for Real Sports 365. I think I probably blocked 10 to 15 people just from that group alone.
Bro,
Damn.
I've never blocked anybody on Facebook. I've unfriended people because I can tell like if you are an obnoxious poster or if like you continuously like every day or like every time you post is like the same thing. It's like, all right, man. Like,
So do you think it would be newsworthy if Tom Brady blocked Bill Belichick on Twitter?
No, don't give a shit.
You know who would make it news?
That
You know who would
obviously
make
means
it?
something.
You know who would make it news?
Who's
The
that?
same people who made it news today.
Yeah, that's where I was going with.
And
You know what I'm saying?
that's my issue with the narrative that we talk about the things that people are talking about. Because when you're the people that create the conversations, you're not just talking about the things that people talk about. You're talking about things so people can talk about them, so you can talk about the fact that they're talking about them. Nobody would have known that LeBron James unfollowed Kendrick Perkins unless Kendrick Perkins gets on the internet on ESPN and says, I can't believe LeBron blocked me on Twitter. Everybody would know that if they looked it up. Why would they look up that LeBron James unfollowed Kendrick Perkins?
I know somebody tagged him with the notification that LeBron did it.
But even if they
something like
did,
it's okay, everybody didn't follow Jesus either.
I was about to say, what was the clap back? Not everybody followed Jesus. What the fuck?
but even if they did, why do you care? Like if I found out tomorrow that somebody unfollowed me, like if Ro unfollowed me tomorrow, dang, that would suck, Ro. I'd be like, dang, that's messed up. Ro unfollowed me. But you know what I wouldn't do?
No. Yeah.
Care. Like there's mad people on the internet, fam. Like there's so many people in the world.
Just come on the hot box talking about like, yeah, you know, we out here talking about sports. I ain't have to block nobody today.
Like,
Duh, remember
like,
Bomani Jones?
Good day.
Bomani Jones used to have a segment on his show called Unblock Me Bo. And dudes would come on and they would have to send Bomani Jones a message explaining why he blocked them and then apologizing so he would unblock them. And then it'd be out of the 3 people, he would unblock one of them.
Oh hell no! Hey yo,
That's going out sad. Hell no.
That is dog. No.
That's
going
like
out
But the bigger,
sad.
but the bigger
bruh.
issue for me wasn't even the fact that all this happened. I was just like, why did y'all make a whole segment out of it? Like you could have made a joke, like like, hey, Perk, you
Yeah.
better watch your mouth before you get blocked.
So you get blocked again.
And-
yeah. And left it right there. Yep.
But then a whole segment though
But that's
Yeah,
that's
during
something.
the NBA finals.
They had a whole segment, bro. Like
What, on first
there's real sports
Yeah.
going on. And guess what? Guess what? I bet you they still didn't have a WNBA segment.
Oh, let me get to that. They
I
actually
didn't even
did.
watch them.
They actually did because, and I know you were busy working,
You know
but
it.
I did share like 3 links today
Oh, okay.
because they had Andrea Carter. They had her
Okay.
on there.
All right.
All
All right.
And yeah, they had her on there with Ngula. Oh, I ain't even gonna try to say it. Erica Ngula. They had both of them on there today.
Stephen A can't say it
talking-
either. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, they were on there today talking about whether Caitlyn should have been on Team USA or not, and
She shouldn't.
Steven and Shannon were trying to explain to the ladies that y'all just don't know business and marketing because they put Christian Laettner on the Dream Team, even though he wasn't better than anybody on the Dream Team because he was a 2-time national champion and he pushed the envelope.
No, that's not why. Christian Laettner had to try out for the team just like everybody else. Caitlin Clark did not go to any of the tryouts for the team, nor she had any of the practices for the team. So she can't be under consideration for the team.
Well, this is my problem, right? Going back to 2016 when the whole Colin Kaepernick thing popped off.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing people said was, "I don't want politics in my sports."
Mm-hmm.
And then as I looked around, not only did I see the one and only Nimarata Nikki Haley complaining about Caitlin Clark not being on,
Mm-hmm.
the Team USA, and then what I figured out was, I ain't gonna call it racism per se, but I'm gonna just say division drives business.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Because as long as we're arguing about Caitlin Clark, y'all don't even got to talk about the WNBA, but you can say you did.
Yep. Yep.
Cook 2-5.
Hey,
You know what I'm
Ro,
saying?
Talk to me.
slight pivot. We got to get your over-unders.
Which one?
I was just about to say
I got you.
we need to talk about these wagons because I feel like the Jets do better than them this year.
Hold on. Hold on. You want to hold on? Nope. Stop. We can do the AFC East. We can start with the AFC East.
Hold up. What? Who?
He's talking about your wagons.
They.
He's talking about your
No,
wagons.
you ain't either. No, you ain't.
He's talking about your wagons.
No, you ain't talking. No, you ain't talking about the 11-6 Buffalo Bills.
I'm
Hold
talking
on.
about the 8. I'm talking about the 8-10 Buffalo Bills.
No, you
All right.
ain't.
So Ro, we continued our over under in a segment a day when you weren't here. So we got to get you caught up, and then we're gonna do the AFC East. All right.
All right. Mhm.
All right. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this screen right here.
Pull up my Palm palette.
All right.
Oh, did you see my bet, bro?
Which one?
Because Lethal said that the Colts are gonna win 13 games. So I told him if they win
Silly
11, if they win 11, I'll change
he
my
gonna be-
name to Indy 2-5.
Indy 2-5. Yeah.
Indy 2-5.
Andy 2-5.
All right. So you got to do. All right. So I'm gonna need you to pull up the thing. No, I can pull it up on my side too. So you got to do the NFC South. NFC South, Ro. All right. So I pull a schedule up. We're gonna start with those Falcons. And put them over here.
What's the over under?
Over under for the Falcons is 9.5.
9.5. Yeah.
Yep, 9.5.
Ooh. Hmm.
I'm gonna switch.
Mm.
I'm gonna share it one more time, Cups, so you can see
No,
the whole thing. Hey, Cups, hold on 1 second before you go.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here, bro.
No, I need you to reshare the screen
Oh shit.
so you can see it. All right, so this the Falcons.
all right. Let's see.
I got it on the screen for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I just get my Palm palette. Let's see, so.
That always reminds me of Friday After Next. Yo, Money Mike, what you doing tonight? Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Check my Palm Pilot.
I'm gonna
Ain't
take the under
shit.
on that. I'm gonna take the
Under? All right.
Yeah.
Under on Falcons. I like you. You're efficient.
Damn.
All right.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one that took the over on the Falcons?
Right now, let's see. Yes, you are. Yes, you
All
are. All right. Panthers, 4.5.
Ooh. How many wins? How many games they won last year?
Was it
2?
one? Was it 2?
I think it was 2.
They won 2 games last year.
They only
Yeah,
won
I think
1.
it was 1. I think
They
it
only
was
won
1.
one game last year. God damn.
And now we talking about they gonna win 5?
4.5.
That's a big
Dallas
jump.
might got the winning division.
Oh, Dallas might tripping.
Dallas Mike trying to make content.
I'm gonna go to over. I'm gonna go to over. I'm
Over?
I'm saying ladies. Yeah, I'm gonna say ladies go over. Yeah, I'm gonna get over.
All right. All right. Saints.
Over. Saints, and what's theirs?
Saints is 7.5.
7.5. All right. Oh, Saints 7.5, and that quarterback is still. The quarterback's still gonna be Carr, right?
Well,
As far as we know.
as far as we know, but a lot of people think that our Rattler's gonna get some time.
I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over on that.
All right.
I'm gonna take the over on
And then those Buccaneers, 7.5.
that. They did lose a lot on defense. Offense is still pretty much the same. Got big. Running game on the suspect. They did lose. Ooh, they just barely won 9 games last year. I'm taking the under.
Under. All right. All right. You locked in. All right. So guys, let's go to. We said what? AFC East. We said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start off with those wagons. Buffalo Bills. Let me pull them up on the screen. Teams. Why can't I find the Bills? Oh, there we go.
And let me actually, being that we put these predictions in so early, do we get to adjust any of these around preseason?
Yes.
Time?
Yeah. That's yeah. We're gonna revisit. So we'll get them all logged, and then once you get to preseason time, we'll make our final picks head into the regular season. So we'll do this sort of again. We'll do it by division again.
Gotcha.
So that way it's not like taking too much time. All right, Bills. All right. So let me get my notepad. All right.
Hey, Ralph, did you complete the whole 7 days of your fasting?
You said what happened?
I said, how long did you go when you're fasting?
I only made it 5 days, bro. I tried for 7. I only made it 5.
Hey, that's good. Shit, I did a 3-day one. So I did a 3-day one before. So you going 5? That was good, bro. Especially with smoking on top of it. That's real good.
Hell yeah. Whoa, yeah, bro, for sure. Hell yeah.
I know you was goddamn hurt when you was smoking with us.
Especially being at work, knowing I can have any snack or any meal I want.
And you looking at everybody eating and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good though. It teaches you discipline, especially as long as you can do it one time. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're able to do it, that's
Hell
the
yeah,
best part of it. You know what I'm saying?
for
That's the
sure.
whole point of
It was
fasting to
really a
teach you
mental thing
discipline.
for sure.
Yeah, it's more of a mental discipline thing. You know what I'm saying? It's good for your body though.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5,
You know, I
6,
Another
love
good
some
thing.
7,
cookout,
8,
bro.
9. All right, I got 9. All right, over under 10 and a half. I got the under.
For
10
who?
and a half on the Bills
Buffalo.
under. Oh, I mean they did lose a lot. They
Over.
left stuff on. Ooh,
You
over.
you over 2.5?
Yup.
I'm
All
gonna go
right.
with you, Rez. I'm gonna take the under too,
All right.
I'm taking the under.
just because they're in my division, so I don't want them to do anything
That's all
anyway.
right. Not everybody followed Jesus.
So well timed. So well timed. Let's see what you did there. All
Oh, I
right,
gotta see
so
what's going on with my Yankees. I forgot the
put them
Yankee game
yellow.
is on. Playing the
All
Royals.
right. Next
Not
up.
only are they going for the under, but we will hear major headlines. It will be big buzz. This is a cup take. It will be big buzz that Sean McDermott will be on the hot seat. They're going to be questioning his job security by week 9.
I have them. I actually have them coming out 1-5 in the first 5 weeks.
Wow.
Mm.
Sorry, 1-4 the first 5. No, 1-4 the first 5 weeks.
Wow.
1-4.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
Honestly,
I
you
think
know,
that
I mean, it depends on like what the Bills, what their mission is. You got to think about it. Before Sean McDermott got there, the Bills were pretty much, bitches to the Patriots. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think for the Bills' sake, I think they just was happy. They're happy just to be contending. They get primetime games. Seats are
it's a
selling
tough
out.
stretch.
Yeah,
Like their
right.
first their first 5 games are a tough stretch. They got Arizona, which they're gonna win. Then they got Miami. I think they lose that. I think they're gonna lose to Jacksonville. I think they lose to Baltimore, and I think they lose to Houston.
All right, you ready? You ready for this, Rez?
Go ahead.
You ready for this?
Well,
Go
they
Oh,
play.
so
ahead.
They
we
play
just go.
Miami and
We
Miami.
just gonna lose to every good
Uh
team
huh.
we play?
No, because I have them. No, because no. Good try. Good try. I have them beating. So I have them. So what I normally do and this is something I do consistently. I normally pick, unless the team's just terrible, I pick them to split in division games.
Right.
So I got them losing to Miami at home and then losing Miami on the road and beat Miami at home.
Right, but the thing is, they need to beat them in the beginning just to make it look good. Like I said, you start off 1-5, it's like, whoo,
Yeah,
that's a lot of ground to
yeah.
make up.
But then I got them going on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game win streak and then losing two and like pretty much going win loss the rest of the season.
So, yeah, so you basically got like 9. Well,
Hold on,
yeah,
what
I
was the over under again?
It's 10 and a half. I got them at
yeah,
9.
yeah,
I
under.
got 9 wins.
I got 9. I got 8.
All right, let's see it. I'll walk through this for a
I
second.
really think they're taking a step back. Honestly, you losing Stephon Diggs, I didn't really see no improvements in the draft.
All right. Okay, cool. Next up, Miami Dolphins. Their over under is 9.5. I almost want to take the over
Wow.
without even looking at the schedule.
Yeah, y'all trust Tua after November if y'all want to.
Dolphins winning 13 games, bro.
I
Yeah,
almost want
Dolphins
to
not
take it.
doing nothing.
I almost want to take the over without even looking at the schedule. That's serious.
You should
But I
look
need to
at
look at
the
the
schedule.
schedules to see. What do you got on that 2-5? I know you
I'm
did
looking.
these.
I'm looking at the schedule right now. I'm looking at the schedule right now.
Mine is loading. All right, starting out with Jacksonville. All right, so Jacksonville, Miami opening night. Ugh.
What they at, in Jacksonville or Miami?
They're at home in Miami.
Nice little warm up game.
Yeah, I see Miami winning that.
Yeah, me too.
All
But
right,
if that's a
what's the
game that
over under
Jacksonville will
again?
win, that would be that game because it's week
Nine and a
one.
half.
I got them at 9, so
Wow.
I got under.
All right, I got them starting out 5-0.
I got them starting 3-2.
Let's be real, 2-5.
Why you trying to
What's their first 5
besmirch
games?
me? You trying to besmirch me and question my integrity or
Jacksonville,
something?
Buffalo at home, Seattle, Tennessee, New England.
You trying to besmirch my integrity or something, Cups?
Yeah, you cancel that 5-0 shit.
What?
Rumi Roll. See, you
Buffalo.
had me ready to call you 2-5. Rumi Roll, be
Buffalo's
real,
the
man.
one. Buffalo's the one. Buffalo is the one. Like they could definitely lose that game for sure. But I got the split in Buffalo. That's my rule. So.
They're gonna lose to the Pats, bro. Keep trying to tell you that.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Like I
Okay,
don't
you're
believe.
right.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know they
We
played
gonna
the
be
Pats
the
in the first
yeah.
round. I didn't know they
We're
played
the
the
sleeper
Pats.
team in the division because we're the team
Oh,
that nobody
Hey, don't
expects us to
forget
do
they lost
nothing.
to the Titans.
You
Don't
know what
forget
I'm
they
saying?
lost to
And
the
we're gonna
Titans last
we're
year,
gonna be right up
and the
in the
Titans
mix,
are
bro.
better.
Watch what I tell you. That's gonna be the bro ledger on the work. We're gonna be right there in the mix.
well, this is actually going to be on the ledger, like, so
Patriots gonna be in the mix.
in the mix, is your
In the mix.
In the mix.
the
Hey,
Vegas, the most Vegas
the mix could
term.
be for a lot. There you go. It could be a lot of things. I said it's gonna be in the mix.
In the mix could be 6 wins
It could be
or 12 wins
or 12 or 3. You never know.
or 3 wins.
Y'all talking real greasy for a team that lost to Tennessee last year, and Tennessee got better.
Bro, like
1,
you like
2,
the
3,
Commanders,
4,
like
5,
no,
6,
let's
7.
not talk about the Commanders right now. Like y'all got a
Y'all
lot of fish
talking
to
real
fry over there.
greasy,
Like
acting like they ain't gotta go to Seattle the week after
y'all
they
got
play
all this new
Buffalo.
management out there, and y'all still gonna be
Bro,
trash.
all these
Y'all
games is
spent
winnable until the second
y'all
time they play
talking
I
New
feel bad
England.
for Harris. He
y'all
spent all this
talking
That's
money
what
real
I'm
on
saying
that
greasy.
too.
team,
Y'all talking
and
real
y'all
They're gonna
greasy
win
like they
all
don't
these
go to
games until the second
Buffalo.
time they play New England.
Y'all talking real
You tell
greasy
me,
like they don't go to Buffalo and the Rams back to back.
no,
I ain't give a
I
fuck
got
about that shit.
I got them
I ain't
losing
going
those
no
2
Buffalo.
games. Those are the first 2 games I got them losing.
At Houston, 49ers back to back,
But see,
and then
but
go to
that,
the
yeah.
then go to the dog pound.
Hey, what? Hey, let's be real. Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What is that
What if
buzzing?
Houston? Somebody's saying is
I think that's
tripping.
Dakota
Hey,
Mike. Dakota Mike,
hey,
check your
don't
audio.
forget, they're gonna be playing in Cleveland and New York when it's
Hey,
like 30
2-5.
degrees
Let's talk.
outside.
Let's talk. I got a question. What if Houston takes a step back? Because now all eyes are on Houston. They're not going to be the surprise team on everybody. Kind of everybody's going to have them winning
You
division
know what
this
the good
year.
news is? If Houston takes a step back, that just means that Jacksonville steps into their rightful place.
Because you know how it is. Sometimes that sophomore season really tells what a team is about. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a good year last year.
You've been
They
talking to
pretty much
Lethal, ain't you?
hell no.
Ooh,
Oh,
This is
ooh,
dear.
real talk. This is real talk. I talk logic. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking
That's
logic over here.
Oh shit!
that's
ooh.
Oh
Like
man,
Mr.
we can.
Oh.
Logical say, he said, "Don't bring feelings to a fun fact." You feel
1,
what I'm
2,
saying?
Nah,
3, 4,
I'm just
5,
saying
6,
you
7,
talk you making
8,
those
9,
lethal
10.
points right now. Like you sound verbatim with what he said,
All
Oh,
right,
I ain't know he said that. I
and
apologize.
I
I
know he ain't
apologize.
got no damn logic.
I'm in there. Hysterical. All right, I'm over. I got 10 wins. Cups, where you at?
Over 10 wins.
Over 10 wins for sure. I got the Miami Dolphins with at least 13.
Y'all wild as
Miami
fuck,
Dolphins.
man. Well,
Y'all
I mean,
wild.
not y'all, but you wild as fuck.
Ro, where you at?
whoa!
Dolphins, I'm going to have the Dolphins at right now as we speak. I'm gonna put the Dolphins at. I'm gonna be nice right now. I'm gonna give them 10 wins. I'm taking the over right now. But that could
Over.
subject.
Man,
Everything is subject to change.
fucking
Everybody.
All right,
fucking
all right.
Patriot Finn Ralph.
God damn.
Cups, where you at? Oh, Cups is over. 2-5.
God
What'd you
damn.
say? Over, under.
Under.
All right. Mike, Dolphins. Oh, you buzzing on us.
That's that Dallas shit.
You hear me?
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
we
You
hear you.
buzzing a little bit.
You just got a little static in the background.
Yeah, you sound like you vacuuming.
My shit been fucked up all day, bro. I don't know what the fuck on this shit. Yo.
That's that Dallas shit, man. Y'all cheap.
Yeah, man.
Y'all don't
That's
want to
that
play our
Dallas struggle.
players, man.
That's that Jerry Jones
I know this
Incorporated.
nigga said. You know damn well Dallas ain't cheap. Them niggas do too fucking much. I know what you was
They
trying
ain't
to say
playing
though.
all their players. I tell you that though.
They do that shit
I
all
ain't
the
about to
time.
say
They're never
Steve.
gonna try to play
Yeah,
niggas.
he ain't lying.
if you fall for that shit,
CeeDee
you a
Lamb,
fool
but
thinking you special, thinking they like you. You dumb as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Up
we
in
already
here
did.
putting faith in Tua turn the ball over.
We already did.
Oh, I'm gonna do
The Patriots.
yeah.
Oh,
So
Mike, what you
you
got?
said I'm going over on the pay. You said the Dolphins. Yeah, I don't know
Dolphins.
who they
Yeah,
playing. Who else? Let me look at their schedule.
nine and a
Who
half.
they
I got it
play
on the
each other?
screen. I got it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Appreciate it.
I'll take you back to the top.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you what Miami gonna have is that tough stretch, bro. December is gonna be nasty work for them. December's gonna be nasty work for the Dolphins, bro. Dog, they start December with the Jets at home, so that's not a bad thing.
I got under.
But then they go to Houston. They go to Houston. They got San Francisco. They got Cleveland at home. I mean, Cleveland on the road in Cleveland on December 29th. And then they got the Jets at home in New Jersey.
Back-to-back L's to close the season.
Yeah.
No.
I got shoot
That ain't
1, 2, 3. I got 5 losses to close the season. So they start out. I got them starting out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
Yeah, I got-
you got them going Steelers from the COVID year where they start like 11-0 and then just
Yeah.
fall apart.
I got them starting 7-0 and then losing the last 5.
That's tough. That's real tough right there.
That is really tough.
That is
But
straight
that-
up
I
nasty.
don't got to go
That-
7-0 right there. Hell.
That weather is not gonna hold up for them. They got to get off to a fast start to make the playoffs.
But they still gonna lose first round because it's gonna be cold wherever they play at.
It's true.
Send them back to Arrowhead on Peacock.
You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere they play at.
They were last
Hey,
year.
you will boycott Peacock.
That's the only
What
way
you
they
got,
go.
Mike?
We losing you, Dallas, Mike.
Under.
Under.
He
All
said
right.
under. Yeah, he
Mike
said
got the under on the Dolphins, and then we did the Bills 10.5.
Is it me?
Yeah,
You changed.
Bills 10.5. No, we can hear you. You just. I guess you behind us. All right, he getting his stuff straight. All right, let's go to last team in the East, the Jets.
The Jets.
Jets, Jets, 9.5. I actually think this might be a leap year for the Jets.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta wait. I gotta put my Jets pick in after week 1. I gotta see Aaron Rodgers make it past.
Yeah, it's tough. The
first game.
Jetropolitans are tough.
Like the
All
Jets'
right.
whole season is right on Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers make it past the first week of the season, then I can say, okay, he should be able to play the whole year. But he gets hurt again, second snap. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know
dog.
he only good for 75 cents.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be praying for the first 4 snaps. That first drive of that series, I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna be praying. They're probably gonna do all run plays. They ain't
You still staticky,
Well,
but you good.
unlike you liberals, I know how to pick a side, and my side is the over.
You're the over?
Oh,
You're over here?
shit.
Ooh.
That actually surprises me.
Wow, would you pick the over on that, Ralph? That's not good for us.
Cups is the
Oh.
over?
I'm proud of you, Cups. That's very big of you.
That is big.
Only because, like I said, the wagons will not be circling this year.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
I'm just saying, bro.
Hey,
I'm
what's
just saying.
what's theirs 9.5? You said, Red?
9.5.
Oh, the fucking
Right now, I'm
Jetropolitans.
taking the under. Give me the under right now.
All right, let me
Never
do my
lost.
calculations here. Let me
Never
put the
lost.
calculations into the Urkel 2000.
Sure.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Because they definitely starting out with an L, regardless of what some of these haters on this podcast say. Week
Bro,
1.
talk about it,
Who they
bro.
got? Who they got week 1 again?
Talk about it, bro.
They going out to Levi.
They coming to my house.
Urkel 2000.
They coming to my house.
All right, so I got them 4-1 starting out.
Uh,
4-1. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got them losing week 1, and then they get rookie quarterbacks or, young quarterbacks the next 4 weeks after that.
Yeah.
They get Levis, if Drake May's playing, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy 4 weeks consecutively.
Man, that's gonna be Brissett. It's gonna be Brisket.
Well,
I
either
got-
way, they get his bum ass, along the
Whoa,
those.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I got them at 9. I got them at 9.
A minute now.
I got them at 9. I got y'all split with the Jets.
Split with the Bills.
Give me. Yeah, I'm taking the
See
under on the Jets right now.
See, the Cardinals are
Under?
the hard team for me to figure
Yeah,
out.
under.
All right, I got you, bro.
The Cardinals are the hard team to figure out. They could make noise.
Cups is over.
I think the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are gonna be just. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think the Cardinals are gonna scratch 7 wins.
I think
They might
Cardinals.
not. They might not, but they're going to be that team that you don't want to play, though. You saw what they did to Philly last year.
The Cardinals be at the bottom of our division again.
Yeah, it's still 17 games. You know, I don't even know if Kyler gonna make it. You know what I'm
9.5, you
saying?
said?
9.5. I got them at 9. I got them at 9.
I think I got them at 9 too.
I got them at 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
December's gonna be rough for them too. They got a rough December.
I got them going under.
8, so under 2.5.
Yeah, it's just tough because we don't know what we're getting from Aaron Rodgers. Like,
Right.
if you know what I mean, like, because he got to come back from the injury and he old too.
Yep. Did y'all do another division? Y'all do another division?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's do da. I'll hold off on the NFC West until AD's on because I want to get his
Then we do the West already?
ever
Did we do the West?
intriguing. We didn't do the
No,
AFC West.
Hey, so what's all the divisions that we have done?
We've done in total. We've only done the AFC East and the NFC South.
Really? I thought I could have sworn before we had.
No, we did.
No, before that we did
teams.
our teams before that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did our individual teams.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we're going division by division.
Hey,
So let's do
the NFC North.
NFC North. All right.
Ooh,
Let's go
good
NFC North.
one.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you. I think that's a really juicy one there.
It is.
It is.
I'm waiting for somebody to be like, "Yo, Chicago Bears 12-5." You know?
Oh, dog, Lethal would have been on that. That's a
See,
lethal
no
take.
logic,
Hey, bud.
see?
Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Let me tell you, bud.
Y'all already know where I'm going for the North.
Hey, bud. You already know, bud.
All right, what's the first thing y'all putting up? Y'all putting up the Packers schedule first?
No, we did them in alphabetical order. So Chicago Bears.
Okay, Chicago.
All right, so Bears.
Whatever the number is 8.5. I'm under. I'm not even.
Yeah?
I ain't even look at the schedule.
Yeah?
I ain't even look at the schedule.
I ain't looking at the schedule either, but I'm under.
I ain't even look at the schedule. I'm under.
I'm taking under on that too. I ain't got to look at the schedule.
8.5. That's pretty lofty.
8.5 is high. I don't know what
Yeah,
they were
you
smoking
gotta
when
win
they did
9
that.
games.
Last year.
Yeah.
Wait,
9 games
You gotta
last
win
year.
9. Yeah, but you got a rookie quarterback too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A whole new system. Everything's brand new.
And he's starting out. They're starting out at Buffalo, Cincinnati, at Kansas City. That's 0-3 right there.
Yeah, that's only 3 easy.
No, not
Oh,
the
no,
Bears.
That's preseason. That's preseason.
No,
My bad.
No, the
I
Bears.
was
The
looking at
Bears.
the preseason.
Bears have Tennessee, Houston, Indy first 3.
Yeah, I was looking at the
Houston.
preseason. My bad.
Indeed. Okay.
They're losing all 3 of those.
That ain't gonna lie. That Tennessee one it's gonna be a toss up. That's gonna go down to the fourth quarter, down to the who got the ball.
But it's at home though, so I'm gonna give it to him.
And it's a rookie in his first game.
I'm saying that.
That's a loss.
But see what it is that being as it depends. Like you said, it depends. It depends on how you look at the preseason.
Sunday night football week 2.
Sunday
They got
morning.
Sunday night football. Wow.
Yeah, against the Texans.
Yeah, Texans is
Texans
Sunday football.
Texans get a lot of work, ain't they?
I think Texans
so
beat them.
I got them 3-3 after the first 6.
And that's real courtesy. I got
You real nice.
4. I got 2-4.
You're really nice. I got them 1-5 after the first 6.
Damn. All right, I'm going under.
I'm trying to find a hot streak for them. If I find a hot streak, I gotta find 7 more wins for them.
Hey, Rob, what
What
you
is
saying?
now?
Under.
The Bears
Uh,
going
Bears.
under.
Oh, we doing the Bears.
Who's
Bears
it?
8.5.
Yeah, bro.
Bears 8.5.
I mean,
That's
who they
nuts,
gonna beat?
man.
Who they gonna beat before the bye week?
I got
Maybe
them Carolina.
Jacksonville. Maybe
Carolina.
Jacksonville.
Carolina.
They could beat Carolina. See, y'all done said all that shit after I done clicked off the schedule.
They're gonna beat Carolina. That's the only team that beat them before on the bye. And they get Jacksonville in London.
Yeah, and see,
Right,
I ain't
that's-
gonna lie to you. Every team, I'm gonna tell you right now, every team that played Jacksonville in London, I bet
Will lose.
Gonna beat them.
Yes,
They
they
gonna beat the
will.
Colts.
That's what I'm saying.
They gonna beat the
Jacksonville
Colts.
gonna go undefeated in London. I'm gonna put that in the legend for me. Jacksonville
I like
undefeated in
that.
London.
I got you. I'll put that down.
They in London
they
for like
gonna-
they
yeah,
in
they gonna
London
beat the
for like
Colts.
3 games.
That's Jacksonville's second home too.
And
Yeah, so they gonna be out there. That's a seal. Like that first game, okay, that's gonna be a toss up because both teams just gonna get out there. But for the next 2 weeks after that, they get to stay out there.
so they could literally after the Patriots game, they could literally lose out, except for Minnesota. One of
Yeah.
those
All this
times,
is
like maybe
predicated
they
on the
split with
fact that we don't
Minnesota.
think Caleb Williams is as good. Like, so clearly y'all don't think Caleb Williams is as good
No,
as
that's not it.
No, it's a
No.
team game.
He's a rookie.
He's just a rookie. It's the NFL,
So?
buddy.
So
He's not
Well, you
CJ
picked him
Stroud,
for 12 and 5 then.
and he doesn't have the team or the coaching that CJ Stroud has.
That's correct.
for one, he got support.
Does he
Yeah,
have?
His
some
coach,
players,
yo,
you know, the
his
coach-
Creating
coach
offense
name
is
is
not going to be an issue. Creating
his coach
offense
name is
and they have
Eberflus,
they have a top defense.
Bro, if you look at Caleb Williams, he took a downfall his senior year. He wasn't even that great. He was better.
Oh, don't
his
let
junior
Coach
year
Will
than
hear
he
you
was
say
last
that.
Absolutely, bro. You got the over the
year. Keeping
under.
it real.
You got the over the under.
I told you, I'm with you. I'm taking the under.
Under. Yes, sir. Cups.
Don't let Coach Will hear you say that.
Hey, let Coach Will help say it. He took a back seat.
Cups.
I'm taking the under.
Oh, all of that. You still taking it under,
After
huh?
all that.
All of that. Uh
I'm just saying.
Eberflus. Mike.
See?
Dallas Mike,
You
you
on
here?
that Drake shit, I ain't even let my dick drop.
Damn. Dallas Mike, you still there?
What?
We still got Dakota Mike.
2-5. What you got, man? Over under
Mike, you gotta
2-5.
start typing in your
Under. I
stuff.
got under.
Jesus.
I got him at like 7.
You are a gracious man, sir.
Maybe 6, but I'm gonna say 7.
That is brazy.
Dakota Mike.
Yeah, it's audio.
Mike, can you hear us?
Right.
He just put his headphones back on. Dakota Mike, we got
We
you.
got nothing for you, bro.
We can't hear you, Dakota Mike.
Mike, you might have to watch and type your comments in, bro.
Under.
Type your comments in, bro.
Oh, he said under.
Under.
Under?
All right.
Okay.
All right, we heard you, Mike. We got you.
I can hear a lot of clear.
Oh, word. All right, cool. All right. All right, going to Detroit.
Right.
I can hear you loud and clear. You
Over
can hear
under
me?
is 10.5. Yeah,
What is this? 8.5?
10.5.
What's the first 5 games?
Ooh. Detroit got an early bye.
Yeah, week 5.
What's
Yeah,
the
Which
they
is-
start with the Rams at home, Tampa at home, at Arizona, Seattle at home. Bye.
So the whole
at
NFC
Dallas.
West, minus the Buccaneers.
Well, they play the 49ers the last Monday night game of the year, I want to say. And then I don't know why I remember that, but then let's see. Yo, I can see them starting out like 7-1.
I was gonna say they're gonna be 3-1 going into 4-1 going into the bye week.
All right.
Like week 1 is a toss up, but then I think they could win out to the Dallas game, and then that'll be another toss up.
I don't think they lose to Green Bay.
That's a possibility.
Put them right now as the over.
All right.
What's the over again?
I'm not gonna say about much though.
10.5.
I'm gonna say that 11. I'm gonna say 11. I got them 11-7 right now. 11-6. Excuse me.
I'll take them right at 10.
Oh, they got this tilt in week 15 with Buffalo. I tell you,
Cups, you got him at the
break,
under?
baby, make a break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over.
I got them losing to Dallas. First loss I got for them is to Dallas.
I think they could lose week 1, to be honest with you.
They could lose week 1. I just don't got them losing week 1 because
Yeah.
it's at home. It's at home, coming off a high from last season.
Yeah, I got them beating the Rams and Dallas right now.
2-5. You said over?
Yeah, I said over. Yeah, they should have beat Dallas last year.
Yeah.
With their coach playing fucking I dare you, like truth or dare and shit.
That's a win.
Dallas Mike, how you feeling about the Lions? Dakota Mike, do we got you?
See, Green Bay is the team that I'm scared of in this division. Like the way that everybody's talking about Houston and the sophomore slump, that's kind of how I feel about Green Bay.
Right, because Adams is gonna be on this year.
And I still don't know how good their defense is. Like, they're opportunistic,
What about now?
and I don't know if they're good.
Yes, sir.
That's better. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses.
Ooh.
So I got them at 12 and 5.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi in my area tripping. I had to hop on my hotspot.
Yo, they got a weird schedule.
They do have a weird schedule.
Dakota Mike, how you feel about the Detroit
You talking about
Lions?
Green Bay?
And I'm talking about Detroit.
Oh, I'm talking about Green Bay. They got a wild
Detroit.
schedule.
So Detroit, how many wins we going over? What's the line?
It's 10 and a half.
Over.
Like, I can
Easy
see
over.
I can see Green Bay
I believe
going
in the biting
anywhere
kneecaps.
from 6 and 11 to 12 and 5.
I was on that bandwagon early.
Green Bay. Without even looking at the schedule, I'm thinking Green Bay's going to go over. Before I even look at the schedule.
Taking Green Bay
Yeah,
in the
looking
over.
at
don't
their
trust Green
schedule, I can see anywhere
think
from
Green Bay
6 and
fools
11
gold.
to 12 and 5.
I think. See, what I think is, I think they're giving I think the NFC North over under is skewed because of the wins that they're giving Detroit, the wins they're giving Chicago. I think the
Right.
Chicago over under is really skewing the rest of that division.
You know, I could see Green Bay like starting 5 and 5 in their first 10. And then coming out of that 10, they play San Francisco and Miami back to back before they go to Detroit. And then after they
What's
go to Detroit, they go to Seattle. Nah, man, I don't know. I need to see the number. What's the number for the Green Bay?
Green Bay is 9.5.
Ooh, man, this is tough.
Over.
This is tough. This is tough. Because they could be 1 and 2. They could start 1. Oh no, that's sorry. Looking at preseason.
Who is that?
I think that's Mike.
That's Mike.
Oh, this is tough, man. So they go. So Green
right
Bay
now,
goes.
right now, I'm taking the under.
Dakota Mike, you
Detroit?
got a buzz.
Packers.
Oh, for the Packers, yeah. Yeah, they go
Yeah, you
Houston
buzzing
at
heavy,
home.
Mike.
They go Houston at home, at Jacksonville, Detroit,
I'm gonna just watch
bye
fellas. I
week,
think
at
my jump
Chicago.
is today.
Right.
And it's 9.5, right?
9.5.
tough.
Yep.
This is
Yeah,
tough
so
for me to get there.
I'm taking 9. I'm putting them at 9.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, dip. 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's what I'm saying.
5,
This is
6,
tough.
7. Dang, I got
This is
7
tough.
wins for them.
Bro, they go at Rams, Cardinals at home, Texans at home, at Jacksonville, Detroit at home, bye week, at Chicago, 49ers at home, Dolphins at home, at Detroit, at Seattle. That's their season right there.
Yeah, I got the one under. Because even if I
Yeah,
switch one of
I got
those
under.
wins to, yeah, I got under. All right. 2 5s under. Cups.
Oh man. Due to the calculations, we already know Green Bay Packers over, way over.
All right. Roll.
Under.
Yeah, something. That schedule's nasty. That schedule's nasty.
Yeah. They say you want to beat Dallas, this is what you get.
This is what you get. This is what you get. Dang. That is
You
a.
kept us from Dallas, San Francisco in the NFC title game. This is what you get.
That's nasty. All right, Vikings to close out the division.
All right.
Let's see.
Is it 6.5?
It's the fighting. Yeah, 6.5. The fighting JJ McCarthy's.
I'm good at guessing. All right, let's see. Here we go.
The fighting JJ McCarthy's.
See, week 1 is their story. Can they beat the Giants? That like if they can't beat the Giants, I don't want to hear nothing.
Oh, if they don't beat the Giants, it's gonna be nasty.
People are saying Sam Darnold might get the nod.
Yeah, that's even worse.
But they said Darnold was actually pretty good in our quarterback room. It's just we wasn't gonna pay that much for a backup quarterback. No, in our quarterback room, he was, like I said, he was really good. Like he did a decent job. He wasn't gonna take the job. But he did a decent job.
Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. I don't even got them with a chance for a win until they play Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. Right at 6. Under. All right, I'm on the under.
I got him at 4.
I got the under.
Go under.
Who was that?
Cup.
Vikings.
Minnesota.
Vikings. The Fighting
Oh,
JJ
definitely,
McCarthy's.
definitely under.
Yeah,
Fighting.
I got him at 4.
Cups. This your
Under.
guy. Oh, Cups. This is your guy.
Sam Darnold gonna be quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Mike,
Yeah,
you said
Sam
under.
Darnold's the quarterback. I give him 5.
2-5. He said under.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Under 5
All right.
picks week by week 5.
Hey, Green Bay. Mike.
Under.
Under 9.5.
All
right.
That is nasty. This Green Bay schedule.
They got a
I'm looking
nasty
at it again.
schedule.
Yeah, I'm looking
I'm
at
telling
it.
you, Jordan Love ain't it, bro.
That's a nasty schedule.
No, even
that
if he is it, like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's not gonna bode well.
yeah, like, I
There
don't
will be
know.
no
Like,
hateration in this holler in this dancery.
all right. But
I'm
yeah, let
hating
me
and I
go
don't
ahead
give a
and
fuck.
run. I got Logical waiting for me.
All right.
I word up.
So,
I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna tune
Sir,
in.
all right, that was my dog. 1/2 of Sports Reports. Ass order 2-5. Mike Will tapping out of the motherfucking hot
yes,
box.
sir. Love.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Love,
love,
brother.
gang.
Word. So
Y'all
we
tell-
got.
My bad.
No, matter of fact, Mike, we gotta catch you up, don't we? You still gotta do Buffalo Bills
Under.
at 10.5 under,
Under.
and then Jets over under 9.5.
All the top of my head, I'm gonna go over.
Over.
I think Aaron
Sir.
can get you 9 wins, yo. Aaron can get you 9.
Yes, sir.
So you all caught up. You good to go.
Word.
All right, so we're gonna wait for the for LAAD and the rest of the game to pull back up.
Yeah. Before we do, think we still gotta do the AFC North, AFC South, AFC West, NFC East, and
Who they doing?
NFC West. Huh?
Well, he would have been on by then. Lethal.
Now lethal with family right now.
Oh, respect.
You know what I'm saying? So
Always family first here on the Hot Box.
Always
Hell
family
yeah.
first. I was with family
You want me
yesterday.
roll? Do you have any closing thoughts?
No, sir. No, I'm good. I'm good, brother.
All right, then. Well, shit, y'all already know, man. It's time to let these motherfucking
I
windows
was like, hold
down.
on.
Let this smoke out. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What you got,
What
Mike?
happened?
I thought it was. Have y'all talked about Kendrick Purdy yet?
Oh yeah, we talked about it. But give us your thoughts. Go ahead.
Well, I just felt
Yeah,
like
you. Go ahead.
no. I just feel like that. I don't think nobody's wrong in any of this. I feel like it's
You there?
Dakota Mike.
straight.
Dang, Mike. I don't know what's going on with you, bro.
Yeah, your audio today, brother, just really not hitting on nothing.
Usually
I don't know
Mike P
either,
be the
man.
one who come through with the clear audio.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the area, man. You know my area country is a fool, yo. So it might just be.
We can hear you now, though.
It's like
Yeah,
when
so
one say something,
yeah, why
before
I
it's
can
gonna
still
go
be
out.
heard. I just felt like that they're doing that shit for ratings. I don't think it really even like me. I don't think that Kendrick really hurt. I don't think LeBron hurt. I just think that they could have chopped that shit out on the opposite side,
Right.
but to make it now I don't watch the show now. So you're saying they led the show with this shit.
No, it's just a segment. It was a segment. They didn't lead it. It was a segment on the show.
Oh, it's a segment. Okay, I thought they led the show. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Culture
that's a
of
really
NBA,
slow
I
day.
think people just don't like being talked. Yeah, that's very slow. Like that's a segment that Kendrick Perkins got unfollowed by LeBron. Like y'all try this shit behind closed doors. But I understand what Kendrick's saying. It's like I done supported you all this time. I say a couple of things about you that you don't like. It's unfollowed. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it also, I mean, you also got to look at it from the standpoint of you make a living by coming on TV and talking about me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to. I mean, I understand it. I don't gotta like it. Like if LeBron got on TV and talked about people every day, I don't think people would have to like the fact that LeBron got on TV and talked about them every day. Like
I actually wish
you have a
LeBron
right
would
to
be more
disagree
honest.
with that.
I feel like, to me personally, I feel like he should be more honest. I feel like he doesn't do a good job of being honest at all. I think he likes to play it close to the vest too much.
Yeah, he's still playing the coach speak game.
Yeah, so I get it.
Once he's not a player, once he's not a player no more, I think once he's not a player anymore, we're gonna hear a whole lot more honesty. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's proper time for him. I think he really feel like these niggas is trash. He be giving these niggas like the whole Kyrie shit. I don't believe that shit. I don't think he really believed that Kyrie's the most talented player he's ever played with. I don't or most skilled.
Oh no, he absolutely believes that. No, he absolutely believes that. He absolutely believes that, and he should.
Outside of Dwayne Wade.
No, because if you look at when he played with Kyrie versus when he played with Dwayne Wade, he didn't play with prime Dwayne Wade. He didn't play with No, that wasn't prime Wade. Prime Wade was the year with Shaq. Then he started having like minor injuries and like getting nicked up. That's why they're missing the playoffs. When he played with Kyrie when Kyrie was just hitting his powers.
I think Kyrie better than he was then, though.
He's smarter than he was then. He's much smarter than he was then. So yeah, he'd be better. But like LeBron's like, dog, if we would have kept it together, like we had it like that, we would have. There's no reason we would have ran off championships.
I'm about to let you know I'm using that shit for the LeBron arguments now. Now LeBron has played with the most skilled basketball player of all time.
I'm dead.
Not the most skilled. Not the most skilled basketball player of all time.
Y'all niggas
top five.
It'd be so easy.
Top 5 point guard of all time.
They say, "Oh, we play with a top 5 point guard of all time."
Come on, bro.
Most skilled basketball player of our generation.
That is hysterical.
Easy.
That is hysterical.
What are we doing this for?
But no,
Pippen not a top 5 wing of all time.
Yes, absolutely, without question. Without question.
Man, I think Pippen might be the most skilled basketball player of all time.
Wasn't Kyrie left off the top 75?
He was left off the top 75.
Because of the COVID shit, that's all.
And Dame made it?
And Dame made it.
Travesty. And they come out and saying the shots won't even like no vaccines.
Oh, wait. Anthony Davis is the most talented player. Anthony Davis is the most talented player LeBron's ever played with. That's the one.
He could be.
That's the one. That's the answer.
Could be.
Yeah. All right. But yeah. So my parting thoughts are something I didn't get a chance to talk about because I wasn't on when it broke and everything. And I know we stayed away from it for a while. But I want to talk about this real quickly. This conversation that was queued up on First Take between Monica McNutt and Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
All right. Listen. The point that Monica McNutt was making was not that Stephen A. Smith doesn't give platforms to black women to talk about sports. The point that Monica McNutt was making was they don't talk about the WNBA. And they have never talked about the WNBA. And even now, they're still not talking about the WNBA. Why do you know that? Because there are teams that are actually doing really well that they have no care to talk about. Asia Wilson is lighting the league on fire, and they have yet to mention that in any sustainable rate. The Connecticut Sun just lost their first game of the season. Could you imagine an NBA team being undefeated 10 games, 12 games into their season, and it not being one of the top stories? Do you know what they did? They put it in they have that what do they call quick takes, and they put it in there. They put all the WNBA category topics in that 1-2 minute segment. That is not talking about the WNBA. That is not giving it. Now, if Caitlin Clark scores 30 points, do you know what they do with that? That becomes an entire segment. Just like LeBron unfollowed Kendrick Perkins on Twitter, which became its own segment.
Right.
That is the point that Monica McNutt was making. And when Stephen A. Smith tried to come back and be like, well, have y'all ever heard of these people before I brought them on? Well, maybe not. But you're not bringing them on to talk about the WNBA. You may bring them on to talk about college basketball, but you're talking about men's college basketball. You bring them on to talk about the NBA. You don't bring them on to talk about the WNBA. And you're not uplifting women's professional sports, which was her argument from the beginning. It was colorblind, nose blind, and honestly sexist to even make that point. He needed to stand. He as a man should have stood on and said, you know what? I misunderstood the situation and I misrepresented my role in this here, and I apologize to Monica McNutt. which he still has not done yet.
True. And the key thing was Monica McNutt knew. She said, Stephen A., this is your shit. Really saying like
this is yours.
You have the ability to really make a decision on the segments and whatever you got going on. You like to flaunt around like you know you the head nigga in charge. So if you are, then why you not talking about these things 3 years ago?
There it is.
When the league was
you talk all you talk all the time about all the power you got. You talk about all the power you got all the time on ESPN. Oh, I can get somebody fired anytime I want to. Cool. Then get her. Then get them to create a WNBA show like NBA Tonight and have Monica McNutt, Chinelle Ogwanake, whatever her name is, in the other one. Is it Amy?
I don't know.
I forgot the other lady's name, but and Candace Parker. Let them run their own show. Give them a WNBA Tonight segment show. Make it 30 minutes, and let them talk about the WNBA.
That's right. That's why I love the fact that Gil's done that with Cheryl Swoops. He's given her a solid platform to speak about a lot of those things freely. And they don't cut her off. It ain't like, you get like 10 minutes to cook. She literally give her full thoughts on exactly what she feel about the WNBA and how it's progressing. And I think they really have made a mistake by hitching their wagons to Caitlin Clark. Like, she really is good. She's not that impactful. That's gonna really, really, give it that oomph. Like when you really, really hit yourself to somebody, you gotta make sure they have that star power, as well as being really, really good on the court. She's gonna develop to be a good player, but there's so many other players that are better than her. That why don't you choose to highlight these players? And I feel like the product will be a better situation if you decide to go after the ones who really can play.
Doug, they have an opportunity to grow the game. They have an opportunity to grow the game right now. They're talking about, oh, well, they need to take it easy on Caitlin Clark so she can score. No. There's a time when you say, yo, Caitlin Clark, she's here to play with all of these amazing players we have right here in the WNBA. Let me tell you about Asia Wilson. Let me tell you about Aaliyah Boston. Let me tell you about all these other girls. Let me tell you about Sabrina Ionescu. Let me tell you about all of these players. Sue Bird, like the legends, like Breanna Stewart. Let me tell you about
so many of them. Like,
they made it seem,
No, go ahead.
No, they make it seem like she coming to this league of losers, and she's there to save them. That's crazy.
Insane. It's so distasteful. It's like, really? Y'all think that she's the reason why the Chicago Sky ticket sales are going crazy? They've sold her every game this year. That's because of Angel Reese. That's not because of her. She's there making sure that brand has been bought up. So let's give her some shine too. Let's make sure we keep that. When the iron's high, you got to strike. So like, you get that build up, and then those people come. Like even with Judy coming back next year, Judy Walker. So once she gets drafted, she's in the NBA now. So it's you're really, really seeing to me the reboot of the WNBA, because at one point it was already at that point. You had other players. At the game. I remember Michael Cooper was there. You had Magic at the game with Lisa Leslie back in the day. Like
Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoop.
Like you seen them together. Michael Cooper was on the, coaching the team at the time. So you had an invested interest. It was fun for her. I mean, I enjoyed it. I love when Shamika Holdsclaw played for the, the Mystics. So like, to me, it was something that was dope. That it made me want to appreciate that sport even more.
Do you know who's done a great job of not focusing on players and to build a franchise? The University of South Carolina Lady Gamecocks.
Okay. Don Staley. Yeah.
Every year we have great players. Every year there are great players. But they never focus on the player. It's always about we are the Gamecocks. Period.
That's right.
Period. We are this is the program. And the WNBA has the opportunity to do the same thing. Imagine if the Gamecocks were like, oh my God, here's our savior coming in to win this year. Well, when that player leaves, the attention from the team leaves.
Gone. Yeah, they play bad.
The attention leaves. Like the people, that player that y'all built up and y'all told us that's the issue the NBA is really facing with LeBron leaving. You build up this one player, and you're like, oh, this is all we care about. This is all we're going to talk about. When that player leaves, what are you going to talk about?
True. And that happened for a period of time.
It's not smart.
You absolutely left. Then the lockout happened. Then it was like that kind of tweeting point, like, okay, then Kobe and Shaq kind of.
Is it AI? Is it Kobe?
AI,
Vince Carter?
Yeah, real talk. It was who was going to take the mantle after that?
So Stephen A. Smith, do better, man.
I think that go back to the NBA. I think that Ja has the opportunity to really be the face of the NBA. I know everybody like Anthony Edwards. I know everybody like Luka. I like Luka too, but I think John Morant, if he stop doing stupid shit, can really be the face of the NBA.
I pray that
From a brand perspective, too.
he's turned it around. One, because he's from South Carolina, and I always my South Carolina people. But just because he's a good kid, and I really believe that he's just in a bad situation.
Yeah,
By his own
though.
choosing.
Yeah, I thought he just trying to turn up.
Yeah.
He really is a good player. I think that he has the ability to really catapult himself to, especially next year. I think he'll come back even hungrier.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my
For
two.
sure.
All right,
Hell
Cups.
yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely shout out to John Morant, man. Definitely shout out to my dog El Residente San Jose representing the motherfucking hot box. And also shout out to my dog DJ Mike P, Dakota Mike in the motherfucking hot box. And shout out to my dog, my brother from another man, Past Nation, Rumi Roll in the motherfucking building. Man, you can catch the hot box every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. We be back Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love y'all so much, man. Again, Boston and Ford. We're gonna catch y'all next time, man.
Thank you.
All right.